Telatalk, we're back in this bitch. Season 2, episode 1.
You already know. It's the Telatalk boys in the cut, bringing you nothing but that fresh cut meat. Word to the Jews.
Alright. First off, hi haters. We're back.
Ooh.
Off of a quick vacay for like 2 weeks. We missed 2 episodes.
No, where'd you go out to, brother?
I was in the city of New York.
The city of
for
the
2
Big
weeks.
Apple. Shout out to Devil Wears
Shout out
Prada.
to Brooklyn, shout out to East New York.
You already know. No shout out to Queens. No offense though.
Who's
from Queens?
Nas.
Yeah, so I'm keeping that statement.
Okay.
Nas has
Nori's also from Queens.
Okay, then I take half back.
It's mad niggas from Queens, Mob Deep.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's
I take
mad
back the
niggas
whole
from
statement.
Queens. Ronnie Five's from Queens.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
Teddy Sensitive from Queens too.
Okay. You had me at Ronnie Five, and then I was like, you know what, I'm on my fuck Queens, but you said Teddy, and I was like, you know what, I'm on my I ride with Queens.
Alright, so we back. Not to be confused, this is season 2.
Yeah, so it's a whole new season.
Episode 1.
You already know.
We ended on episode 10 of season 1.
You know, we got picked up by Fox, so we got a few episodes coming out.
We're definitely not picked up by Fox.
You know,
so...
Oh, I gotta... Just a quick cover up. We've been away for 2 weeks. I want to let y'all know that I don't beatbox. I beatbox.
You've been dying to say that shit. Alright, so we're back. Just to give like a little background, I was in New York, so I'm gonna be speaking about like New York shit, like shops and things of the nature of New York, the culture of New York.
This is basically the New York episode, so pull up.
It won't be the New York episode. It's just
know. We got Wayno chilling in the pre-production room,
kind of giving you a map out of like what New York is like. Well, not what New York is like for people who want to go shop in New York. I did a few shoppings and vintage and then high end shit as well. My son AB Dash was also on vacation.
Yeah, I was in Estonia.
I don't even know what Estonia is.
I don't even think Estonia know where that is.
All right, so I guess we'll start it off with the difference between major shops in like the major cities that I've seen compared to the like I wouldn't say not major cities, but the smaller cities that might have like 1 or 2 like shops.
A lot of cities don't even have shit like that.
Yeah, like
all. Like your local Vans where everyone is an asshole is probably the closest thing you're gonna get to.
Yeah, I'm not talking about shops like that at all. I'm talking like shops like your Kifs, your Pro Cells, your Metropolises.
Oh, like these bigger shops. I think you're talking about like the
Emulate shops. Well, I mean, Pro Cells is a small shop as well.
Yeah.
Noah.
The Undefeateds of the world.
Undefeated, A-Life. Things like that.
Shout out A-Life.
Of like,
internship.
Of like, those, Tier 0 stores that get like...
Yeah.
They don't get your Team Jordans and shit like that. They don't have Jordan gear in there. They have
they were built in the 90s.
Yeah, they have like Nike Lab shit and stuff like that. Also high end things like Barney's. I don't think a lot of people have Barney's in their cities.
Where the fuck is Barney's besides New York and like London?
It's a lot of Barney's, niggas. There's a Barney's everywhere. We have a Barney's here too.
Yeah, but they sell boats.
Not Barney's, that Barney's, nigga. It's like Barney's, like New York Barney's, nigga. With like Saks, stuff like that.
Oh, that's just different.
Bloomingdale's, like that, like of that nature. Like
Nordstrom Rack.
Nordstrom Rack is not a fucking high end, but even though you might come up on some good come ups on that. We should have an episode on like places where you can go to get some good come ups.
We just go to Nordstrom Rack.
Cause Marshalls you can get some good come ups too. Dog. I wouldn't say like high end come ups, but
we could
go get some underwear from Marshalls and you would save, or some socks.
If you didn't get socks at Marshalls, you played yourself paying $15 for a 3-pack.
I don't think I've ever paid full retail price for socks or things. But then you get the foul nigga who tried them on and didn't fit. And
who the fuck tries on socks at Marshalls?
Not socks, it's nigga underwear.
Who the fuck does that? It's in a pack.
Nah, okay, exactly. So I had a pack of the microfiber,
no, foul, bro.
the micro Calvins boxer briefs, and I opened it and you can clearly see that somebody tried them on and like folded it back and put it in there.
Dog, that's on the same caliber of people who like loogie in your food before they serve it to you. Because
gross. Who the fuck does that?
The same people who try on underwear and put it back in the box.
I'm assuming that the people who did that to the people who are eating, the people were being a dick.
Nah, they do it because like their IQ is below 64.
That's very low.
That is very low.
That is very low. I don't think you're allowed to serve food at that IQ.
I mean, in our PC world that we live in now.
I wouldn't say PC, but
This is Fox News.
yeah,
sponsored,
I'm not saying being PC.
This is Fox News sponsored.
Yeah, so we're not sponsored by Fox News, by the way.
That's right. I'm sorry, we're a conglomerate brand.
So the thing that I got in New York is like a sense of arrogance. I've been in New York plenty of times. I go to New York probably 3-4 times a year.
Is that like a shop thing, like a brand thing, or just a New York thing?
It's like it's like the people who are in there feel like you should be like happy to be in here.
The workers there.
Yeah, like or it's like, well, I think this is just like a generation thing nowadays. Anyways, it's like you look me up and down, and I could clearly see that you like what I have on, but you won't tell me, that's dope.
They'll do that fucking thing where they cover their mouth with their hand like this. They do the fucking little mask and like.
I think one person told me that I had some. No, a few people told me that I had some dope shit on, but out of like the millions of people who were like looking, the first day I was in New York, I hit round 2, and one of the workers in round 2 was like, "Yo, that's a dope striped shirt." But he gave a backhand compliment, but he was like, even though I don't know what brand it is, like, what the fuck does it matter? If it's dope, it's dope, my nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
That sounds like a nigga who works at round 2.
No, see, round 2, you have to know who to speak to in round 2. Because they have some cool people in round 2, but then they got some dicks too. Like, I feel like it's with any other store. Like, you know who you cool with in the store.
Did round 2 start in New York? No, right?
No, round 2 started in Virginia.
Yeah, so
and then from Virginia they made a LA one, and then they did New York, and now they have the one in Miami.
Yeah, that makes sense that he couldn't keep the.
Like, I like the store, but I feel like how they portray themselves on the show isn't how they are in person. Then again, like, maybe I did catch somebody on the wrong day. People are allowed to have bad days.
Nah,
but
not.
Like,
you're not allowed to have bad
days. A lot of niggas do be hating. I'm like, the coolest nigga at round 2 in New York is the security guard.
They got security guards?
Yeah, you have to have security guards in New York to like stores and shit. But and they all wear suits too. It's like they're all Louis Vuitton stores or whatever. But the one thing that I was gonna say about that is I had a story for that for the security guard. I mean, the security guard got cool. So the first day I went, I was in the Uber with a shorty, and I was coming out of the Uber. So she was on the left hand side. I was on the right hand side, and round 2 was on the right hand side. So I thought she was gonna go out of her side
and come around.
So I opened the door and I closed it on her. Yeah. And this nigga's just shaking his head. He was like, "Yo," he looks at shorty and he was like, "Yo, you should never go on a date with this nigga again." But the shorty I was with was like a sister to me, so that shit don't matter to me. And then another thing that I was gonna say about how they was hating in there. So I went in there to sell something. So I ended up getting like maybe like $800, $700, some shit like that. And I don't like keeping money in my pockets because it looks weird. I already have like an asthma pump in my wallet in my pocket, so it already looks like I got like
shout out Rocky,
like elephantitis or some shit.
Nigga said elephantitis
because it makes it look weird.
Don't Google that.
So it makes it look weird. So I was like, "Yo, here, put this money in your purse." And Shorty had a canary yellow Goyard side bag. Jeez. So some niggas watched me put the money in there. So the optics of that already looks like, all right, I'm with a Shorty already. I come and get money, and I'm immediately dipping, and I'm putting the money in her wallet.
Shorty on back.
Like I gave her $800 just to off the strength. Like just for coming. So I already seen the optics of it. So I was like, if I was a hating nigga, I hate at that point too. Like I see why.
Like if I already had like fucking piss in my cereal, I'd be pissed at that too, bro.
But I don't understand why. Like it's like I just never had that sense of like.
I think it's because the Goyard bag was canary yellow. If it was like the red joint,
that yellow's hard. That yellow's hard. But yeah, I've never been that type of person where it's like you have something that I want, so I'm gonna just hate. Like if you have some dope shit on, I'm gonna tell you, yo, that shit is dope. Very few times I ever told somebody like, "Yo, that shit is dope," but in the times that I do tell people, it's because I really mean like, "Yo, that shit's dope."
Like I'm not gonna slob on your knob, but like, "Yo,"
yeah, I'm not like, "Yo, bro, nice. you super." Now I'm like, "Yo, that shit dope," and I'm gonna keep it moving.
Facts. Like I'm not gonna go out of my way to tap you on your shoulder and be like, "Yo, the shit you got." But if we make the eye contact, I'm like, "Yo, I fucking."
I've had those weird moments where niggas come like walk you down and be like, "Yo, that shit's fucking dope, bro."
Yeah.
Like I actually had that shit in round 2 too, because the shoes that I was taking is the hyped up shoes, the Off-White Prestos. I took the shoes to get in there. And the dude who was at the counter, he was young. He was like 15, so I probably could have been like that when I was 15 too. I opened the box and he was like, "Sheesh." And I'm like, "Yeah, I understand, because that's a sneaker that you really want."
Yeah.
And I'm coming in here just like, "Yo," I asked the dude, I was like, "Yo, how much I paying for this and this size?" And he was like, "Yo, I'll pay you this amount of money." And I was like, "All right, take it." and he just opened it and looked at it, and they just give you a ticket and you go to the front person and they count the money. The chick that was counting the money reminded me so much of you, dog.
Me?
Exactly like you. It was like the female version of you.
Oh, yo, I'm about to hype.
What she was doing, the way she was counting money was very eccentric. She was like counting it and like moving side to side and shit like that. And I'm thinking she's like vibing to the song, but she's just doing it to be goofy because I'm there. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she was like, that should be 500 because she was counting the 500s. And she was like, that should be 500. I'm like, yo, you mad eccentric, and she just started laughing.
Can I just say, if someone's counting me money, I don't want to hear that should be. I want to hear that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Weird. Like,
you know how people do like. So she was like, that should be 500, but count it. Yeah. So I counted it right in front of her. I was going to count the money anyways.
I mean, I do that shit in Monopoly. So I'm like, you better count this shit fucking bank.
I do count money in Monopoly too, because niggas be cheating. But whoever's the bank in Monopoly always cheats.
Facts. They always never want to play fair.
Always cheats.
You know, fuck a hotel and keep it pushing.
Niggas always be like, take a 500 and slip it in there.
Oh, no,
but those are the people who always lose. I always notice.
The niggas who cheat in Monopoly lose.
Yeah, not even that. Like in life though too. Like Monopoly is a very life game for real. Because niggas who cheat in Monopoly, niggas will take $5,000 in Monopoly and lose.
Yo, word to the wise, buy Baltic Avenue.
Which one's Baltic?
It's like the second one.
The purple ones?
No, the blue.
No, buy the purple.
Buy the purple. Buy the yellow.
Also the reds. No, buy the yellow, the purple. If you can get the baby blue, buy those and the oranges. The greens are too much.
Facts, and they're only good late game.
Yeah, the green are too much, but if you land on them, you'll make a lot of money. But then again,
they cost a lot of money to set up.
The hotels cost a lot of money to set up. So does Park Place and things.
Like you got to get a good return on your investment.
The purple ones are actually not that bad either.
Those are like the first ones.
No,
the second ones.
The purple ones are like St. James Place and all that shit. Or what color is that one? Pink? I know one's pink and one's purple. The purple ones are what we call the jacks when I play. Yeah, because they're the cheap ones, but you make money off it.
No, the very first ones are the baby blue ones.
Yeah, exactly. No, the very first ones are the purple ones, because it's gold, and then there's the purple ones, and then there's the three.
Yeah, those are the ones I fuck with heavy.
Yeah,
like on turn 3, I got like fucking 4 houses.
The way I equate that shit is to the purple ones are the projects, and then the baby blue ones are middle income housing. You get that shit, that's where you make the most money at. No doubt. You don't make most money in luxury places. Just equate that to being like life.
Actually, as soon as niggas pass that go, you just take that 200 off them.
Oh, niggas be cheating passing that go too, nigga. Alright, so how do you play Monopoly? You do one round, everybody goes around and collects go, or you just off rip you can buy?
Everyone has to go around.
You're one of those niggas.
Everyone gotta go around.
I like to get to the nitty gritty. Just go.
Not because you can get the whole point of like the first round is to like everyone doesn't start off at the same place. So by the time everyone's gone around, someone could be farther ahead.
Exactly. So that leaves one person to always get the most shit.
At the very end, yeah.
No, in the very beginning.
No, because you want to. If you do that way, you want low rolls the whole first go around. That way you could be at like go last.
Why would you want to be at go last?
Because then you could pass all the stuff.
Yeah, but you don't get to buy anything for the first roll.
I'm saying like on the second.
Oh, on the second. Yes, yeah, that's
now that you're last.
That's the same feeling I have for just going. So like you roll and we all start at go. You roll, you pick what you want.
Nah, but I feel like it's fair because like I
always feel bad for the niggas.
How do you decide who goes first? Who gets the highest roll?
Yeah, who has the highest roll on the dice? So and I'm very good at that.
Oh, no doubt. You gotta shake that shit sideways. Pause.
Yeah, but that I don't know how the fuck we got on Monopoly. We just went on a tirade, but yeah. So going back to the thing about round 2, since we were already talking about round 2, I think I already told the story and shit. That was like the only place that gave me a vibe.
Hold up.
What?
Was Shorty counting the money cute?
She was alright. You like her.
Alright, cool.
She had features that would be like
all I had to
when we
hear
go
was
back.
like
When we go back, we're going to round 2. And
I forgot we out.
Yeah. So the other thing, they do have a good selection of shit. Yeah. But I don't like round 2 that much because it's super crowded. Like people sitting there and wait because they do like those steals, like where somebody will bring something in and they'll give them like a low offer or something like that. So they can like flip it and turn around real quick. Like for example, like if the Sean Witherspoon 97s come in there, and they'll probably give them like 2 something so they can sell it at 4, which I like because you're selling things at a reasonable price rather than like paying crazy prices. Like if you go to Stadium Goods or like Fight Club or something,
you gotta pay like $600-800 for them.
So people just wait there so they can get those steals. It's mostly proxies and shit like that. So that's what it's. But I like the selection of things. It's just like. I was looking for shorts because it was super hot in New York.
Yeah.
So I was looking for shorts, but I couldn't find shorts. But then when I went on the Instagram page, it's like a fucking pile of shorts. So I guess you have to ask somebody for it. I noticed that a lot in New York.
You gotta ask for everything.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot in New York. That we went to Pro Cell. Me and Tristan. Shout out to Tristan.
Yo, shout out Young T.
So I have like a story time with Tristan as well, like to give you like the background of all the things that we did. So we went to Pro Cell and I was like, yo, how much is this? And Tristan was like, yo, you have to ask. And every shop that we went to, we have to ask. And I was like, maybe that's a tactic that they use that you have to like, so you can engage already. So like you're already engaging. Rather than you just looking at the price and be like, nah, I can't afford that shit. Or I don't want to pay that shit. Rather than me, I think I was looking at maybe a Dennis Rodman vintage tee from like 92 or...
I don't know. Hold on. On that topic, like, I feel like when someone tells me the price versus me seeing it, I feel like I'm more comfortable. Like, if the price is really high, if I see it, I'm more inclined to buy it than if someone tells me the price that's really high.
See, I think why they do that as that tactic is because people get nervous. They want like to ask. So if I asked and it was like 200 and I was like, damn, I want to look like a broke nigga, I gotta pay this 200.
Oh, no doubt. But
exactly.
You gotta be mad pussy to get that.
Yeah,
that's how the niggas at the kiosk at the mall get
you're not getting me with that.
Yeah.
You might have got like a younger person with that, but you're not getting me with that.
But
like,
and that shit's on my price range, I'm like, bet, and I'm putting that shit back on the rack.
But they have like the best selection.
Pro Cell?
Yeah, it's very small, so it's I wouldn't say it's easy to have a better selection, but it's like a top rack for men and a bottom rack for women, and then on the side they had accessories. They had actually, I wanted to buy this, so when we do videos for the podcast, I wanted to have it on the table. It was the first Supreme business card.
Oh, that's cool.
That was pretty dope to me. Like I'm not a person who collects Supreme accessories, but that was pretty dope to me because that was like a '90s card.
That's just interesting.
Yeah, and they had it in that big, like, you know, those big cubes and shit that are like are white, like something that you put a card in, like
just like a case.
Kind of like that, except it's thicker. You know when it's not like just a hollow case in there and there's a card in there, it's the thick one. So like
it kind of like floats.
Yeah, so you have to break it to get into the thing.
That's fire.
Like that, yeah. Kind of like the gift that they give them for the Supreme ball, like the bouncy ball. Yeah, you know how it's in there like that? It's like that. So yeah, since we were talking about Pro Cell, I'll switch over to another vintage shop that we went to. Is Metropolis. It's a pretty well known vintage shop. I also went there with Tristan. Metropolis is like, it has the most shit. Like, it's a lot. Yeah. Like, if you have a day to go look at vintage shit, it's a lot. But the one thing that I didn't like about that is that they charge, their cheapest price for everything is $30. And most of the $30 things are reprints.
Yeah, it's kind of whack.
So the thing is that I've noticed with that is that with vintage shops, if you're not going to get like a super low thing, like you a super low price on the item, you have to, if you want the super low price on the item, you have to go pick that out. That's one thing that I've noticed, because I'm like, every vintage shop that I went to, like, I know that you got this for like $12 or like $10.
That you gotta barter, but some of them niggas don't even like entertain that.
No, they do. They'll let you like haggle with them and shit like that. Another thing that I learned on this trip is that I didn't know that Dennis Rodman vintage gear is sought after as high as it is.
People really like Dennis Rodman.
No, because I was like, yo, this Dennis Rodman is hard. This Dennis Rodman tee is hard. So basically, the Dennis Rodman tee was I believe it was like a 1993 tee. It's white, and then his face was like gray, and like that gray, like I don't know how to explain it. It's like staticky, like a picture, and then his hair was neon. Like a neon green?
Like airbrushed?
No, this is like a print. So, and I was like, yo, how much is this tee? It's like $200. I'm like, $200 for a Dennis Rodman vintage tee?
Put that shit back.
Nigga, I go to Acme Studios right now and go get a tee.
Nigga, I could meet up with Dennis Rodman for $200. He looks like he needed it.
Yeah, he'd take you to Korea or some shit. So, in a weird way, I find them, like, in New York, they're very helpful and very, like, dickish at times. Like, the thing is, it's different from like your local like mall or some shit. It's just not a 16-year-old working at a store. Yeah. Like in stores like that, it's like somebody who actually is of the culture. So when you tell them that you're going for a look, it's they get it. They'll know what look you're gonna go for if you say like, nah, I want like a little tighter down here, or I want this type of look. People be like, oh, all right, I'll get it, and then like that.
Like they already got it in their head what you trying to go for.
Yeah, for like example, when we went to Acme Studios, I walked in, I had the Pro Era t-shirt, right? So it's like this long-haired dude, long-haired white dude, and he has glasses and shit. He looked like every long-haired white dude that like models or some shit. So he was like, that shirt's fucking dope. And then Virgil's doppelganger, this guy looks like exactly like Virgil except a little lighter. And he dressed like Virgil too. I think that's what he was going for.
The Virgil-esque.
Yeah, so the white kid was like, yo, those is fucking dope. And the dude, Virgil Jr. was like, he's a fucking poser, don't believe him. So then so this is already...
He was calling you a poser?
No, him, the white dude, a poser.
Like, yo.
So, no, he definitely didn't call me a poser. So I went to the back, like the behind the counters where they have all the jeans and stuff, and I like Acting Studio jeans a lot. And the guy comes over, the white dude comes over, and he was like, dude, who's your favorite member, man? And I'm like, I guess Joey, because like Joey's the person who I listen to the most. He was like, hell yeah, man, I fuck with Kurt and all them shit like that. Like, I follow Pro Era, but not as hard as like a Pro Era fan would.
Or like not as hard as like this dude is appearing to.
Yeah, like, so the Virgil guy comes in again, he's like, man, don't fucking listen to this guy. And he was like, yo, like, how can I help you and stuff like that. Acne Studios had the best customer service out of all of them. Yeah. Like,
they probably have top 5 product available.
For sure. The first time I went in, it was a little, like, you get that little bougie vibe where it's like, people looking at you like you shouldn't be in here or some shit like that.
But the people, like, remove that?
Yeah, so no. The guys who were in there were cool. Like, he was telling me the fits and stuff like that. Like, I know generally the fits and stuff like that. But if you understood who I went with, Tristan is not the most, like...
he's not the most...
I wouldn't say the most appealing. I don't think he's the most inviting person of people.
Right, like...
If you want to picture my son Tristan is straight out of the 90s in 2018. He had a huge Gore-Tex on because it was raining.
He had the Gore-Tex?
He has a huge Gore-Tex on, and he had an army fatigue backpack, like duffel, because we were going to go to round 2 where he was going to sell a lot of shit.
I think you meant approachable. He's not the most approachable.
Yeah, he's not the most approachable.
He's not Pusha T.
Yeah, he's not the most approachable dude. But one thing that I noticed about Tristan that I think a lot of people notice about is like they get nervous in places like that. Because the vibe is generally that you're not supposed to be in here type shit. Yeah. So when we went in there, I'm engaging with the people and stuff like that. I'm talking. I need to know like what do you have, what's in, what like what's coming in and stuff like that. So I was looking at jeans and stuff like that, and then the guy came over and was like, yo, you guys want some water? You guys want some sparkling water, some champagne or some shit like that, right?
For the free, by the way.
So, yeah. I'm going to give you a life tip right now, because this is exactly what Tristan said. So, I got sparkling water, and then Tristan said he didn't want anything, and then I got sparkling water. I got
I'm willing to bet like $100. He said, yo, you got to pay for that?
No. So this is what happened. All right, so I got sparkling water, and the guy was like, yo, you sure you don't want anything? And Tristan was like, yeah, I'll take a sparkling water, too. And he was like, yo, I didn't know they give you that shit. And I was like, yeah, like, they give you a lot of free shit. Like, if you, like, you come in and, like, interact or, like, you seem like you're going to buy something. Yeah. And he was like, I was like, you just have to act like you know. Well, not even act. You just act like a normal person and just be like, I want to buy jeans and this is what I want. This and that. He was like, oh, shit, I'm going to come in with my homeboys next week and get some free water. What? Yo, Tristan's a fucking legend, 1000%. Like, and the funny thing is that he knows a lot of things about clothes. So I'm like, you shouldn't be awkward in this space. This is only awkward in spaces to people who don't know about like clothing. Like, and then when we walked out, he was like, yo, if I go back to my hood with this shit, niggas are gonna think I'm super bougie.
That's the thing though. This is my man's right here. He's from Farragut Projects. Yeah. So if he's going to a place where they're serving you sparkling water, that shit, it's kind of off.
Yeah, but I like to introduce people to new things.
I'm sure he fucking was like...
No, he was with it. Like, he was with it. So
I mean, that was the same day y'all got the Kasubi?
Yeah, so this is all on the same day. So we're just going to keep it on the same timeline. So after we left Acne Studios, we went to BBC, which is down the street. BBC is a store for me. It's like, if you want human made or you want BBC clothing and stuff like that, you want BBC collabs, they have a Murakami like thing, like seat where you can sit in. The BBC... If you take a picture with the BBC thing of the BBC sign, like an animated what's that shit called? An animated Moon Man, the astronaut, will come out and in the picture. Like it will come out in the picture, like in the 3D form. Shout out to the security guard there too. He's super dope. I guess I'm cool with all the security guards because that nigga was cool. But he's not more of a security guard. I think he just works there. I think he's like a doorman type vibe. But BBC to me, I never get anything out of BBC. Like, BBC has a good selection, but I never get anything out of BBC. Like, they have good things, but I feel like it's a little pricey. For the things like I
prices did get up.
Yeah,
I remember like I never copped it, but when that shit went on what's it called, Karma Loop, I would always cop on Karma Loop.
Well, they have other selections of things. They have like neighborhood collabs and like I don't know, they don't have vape in there, but they have human made and stuff like that. The thing is with me is like I noticed like like going to stores with me doesn't really like resonate because I can get it cheaper from other places.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna just pay something because I went into a store or whatever. But BBC does have a good selection, and it's a dope store to go into. I feel like a lot of people just go into those stores because it's like I wouldn't say it's a hype store, but it's like a good scenery of a store.
It just feels good to be in.
Yeah, like it's dope to it's dope to go see. Like I remember when they had the spaceship joint. That was like I've been since a kid. I've been wanting to go to New York to go see the spaceship joint. Like that shit was super dope. Like their decor is really nice. Is what I'm trying to say. So further from there, we went to 21st and Mercer, Nike.
Yeah.
To try to get you that shirt. I don't know what the collab was. Was the shorty name the collab that had the Nike?
I just know her Instagram name is like Ava Nope.
Yeah. So they had those shirts hanging up, and this is why I'm gonna get into like the difference between city and like your normal shops like a Foot Locker or some shit like that. So when I walked in the 21st Mercer, I asked the dude, I was like, yo, you guys got this shirt? He was like, yeah, it's hanging up there. And I was like, y'all sold out? He was like, yeah, we sold out. And he's like, I've been sold out since yesterday. And if you have a good talk game, you could pretty much get anything out. Because I was going to tell him to get me the one on the, like, it was hanging from like a rafter.
Yeah.
And there was like a couple of shirts. And I was like, yo, like, how much I got to pay you to get? Like, if you have any good talk game, you want to throw a little money extra, you can get anything you want in those type of cities. That's what I like about those cities. Like, I was like, yo, how much you want? And he was like, I can't, like, he was like, try coming back tomorrow or whatever. And I was like, yo, I'll give you such and such for the shirt on top of it. And he was like, He was like, yo, wait until it starts getting slower here and I'll take it down for you. But I forgot, so I didn't go back.
He was probably tight. He was like, yo, this fucking loser.
No, I'm pretty sure somebody else offered them things because those pieces were, it was like $250 only of those shirts.
Yeah, those shirts are really cool.
Yeah, they were like that's what I like about those things too. Like they just have one-offs.
Yeah, like little random shits and collab.
And then from there we went to Open Ceremony. This is a store I've been wanting to go to for a minute. I've only been to Open Ceremony in like online and shit like that. Open Ceremony by far has the most dick workers by far.
Which is crazy because they're such a good brand.
Yeah, they're such a good brand. That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, their brand is so good. Like, they have a good selection of pieces. Like, they have ranging from, like, normal prices to high-end shit and stuff like that.
You don't gotta be a dick.
When we went in there, there was one cool worker. The dude who came in and told us that, like, because the way New York shops are like, places is weird. So, to get to the sales stuff, you have to go to the front of the men's section and go upstairs. It's like three floors.
Yeah.
So the guy who told us that was a cool dude, but everybody else in there was like, it's just like a hater vibe. Like you don't want me to come in this store, then you won't have a job.
They're mad that you went into
like
buy shit.
Yeah, like you're mad that I went in to buy shit. Well, I was fly that day because I was I was coming back from like a date with somebody.
Yeah.
So I was fly that day. I was a little bit, I wouldn't say overdressed because New York niggas dress like. There's people in New York who dress like they're in Fashion Week every day. So I was just chilling and stuff like that. And like they were just looking like super weird. Like anytime we ask something, it's like it's a fucking bother to ask you for anything. Which is totally different from how like waitresses and stuff are there.
In New York?
Yeah, because if you go to a restaurant, they're very tentative and stuff like that. And maybe
their lives depend on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but not even. It doesn't even come off as forced. Like, I'm doing this because I have to get a tip. Even though I know you're gonna do it to get a tip, but you just being a normal person.
It's part of the character now.
Yeah, so we do that. We go to Open Ceremony. We go up to the first step. I think the first step is where they have like all the like normal shit, like that realm of BBC, Babe, and all that stuff. Yeah. So we go in there. We see a Ralph Lauren C93 hat, and she was like, "Yo, if they have this on sale, I'm buying it." So he asked the lady, "Yo, is it on sale?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's on sale." And he was like, "How much is it?" Because he already had looked at the tag, and he was like, "Oh, they got it for retail." So she was like, "It's on sale," and she was like, she looked at it, and she was like, "It's on sale, $63, some shit like that." And he was like, $63, so retail. She just looked at him and laughed. She was like, "Yeah." So I'm like, already, I'm not liking the vibe of your store because you already just tried to say something was on sale.
And then they try to play
retail. So we go up. I go up to the high section because that's like where they have all the J.W. Anderson, Agni Studios, all that shit. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, I got this type of shit on sale. That's my vibe. So I go to J.W. Anderson. It was a sweater. It's a blue. It was a
stripe joint.
No, it has two stripes right here, kind of like the Saint Laurent Teddy jacket.
Yeah.
But it has two stripes right here. So it's a navy blue shirt with two yellow, like canary yellow stripes, or like mustard yellow, and it says J.W. Anderson on the front. So I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like if it's on sale, I'll buy it. Nigga, what they did was like they put it. They said the original price was way higher than what it was to knock it down back to the retail price.
That's fucking scummy.
As soon as I saw that shit, I left because I was looking at some Vans too, and I'm like, oh shit, y'all got like Vans on sale. I'll cop a lot of Vans. Like normally, when I do is if I see colored Vans, I'll cop like 7, and if they're on sale, then I'm definitely gonna cop. They were all retail, so I'm like, what? Like, what are you trying to do here? Like, if y'all trying to move product, or y'all trying to like fake niggas to move product?
That's some Macy's shit right there, bro.
Like, not even because I used to get a lot of shit from Macy's. So from there,
are we on some fuck open ceremony type shit? Type beat.
I definitely didn't like open ceremony in New York. I didn't like the whole vibe of it. Like if you're gonna work in a retail store, you need to be more personable.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what era you think we in, just because it's like the internet shit. Like they was looking like literally open ceremony niggas was looking at us like you wanted to fight, and I'm like, yo, if you want to get off work, I will wash you right now.
I remember when I was in retail and managers used to call me the hard R with the N word in the front.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That shit was hilarious. I was like, nah, we don't got your size. Sorry about that, man. Hope you have a great day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I feel like it's kind of like when people say LA is like where like if you go to like a restaurant, the LA people are like too bougie. Like in the sense like they're there to do something. They're there to act, or they're there to write a script, or they're there.
Yeah.
But bitch, you're working as a waitress right now.
So
You're not Denzel
job.
Washington. Like, what kind of fucking ego do you have to have?
Like once you up there, do your shit. But right now,
That's
give me my
what I'm saying. Like
toast.
the way that they were treating me was like they were Jay-Z.
And you were Nas. That's crazy.
No, like they were Jay-Z, and I was just me coming into a store. Like I don't have to like engage with you.
Yeah.
Like bitch, you make $13 an hour, and you work and like your like work ethic and your mind frame is like I'm making $200 an hour or some shit like that.
And you eating leftover Chipotle for dinner.
Like 1,000% I have more money in my pocket than you, and I dress way better than you do, and you work at a retail store. Like what's the problem here? Like
what's the problem?
Like that's what I was like thinking of like. But Acme Studios is more of a high-end store, so I'm like...
And they were cooler.
They were super cool.
Maybe that's like the fucking... Maybe open ceremony is middle-class white trash.
I guess. Because I went to Barney's. I went to Barney's on Fifth Ave because I was trying to find, like, one of my sisters the leather jacket that she wanted.
You went with T? To Barney's?
No. He didn't go to Barney's with me. That was another day. So, if you want to keep the timeline going with Tristan, we went to... So, yeah, we went to open ceremony. After open ceremony, we hit... Oh, we went to Shake Shack because he said he was super hungry. So we went to Shake Shack. That's the first time I ever used Apple Pay. Because at that Shake Shack, they didn't accept cash. Like, you had to go to a kiosk and pay, like, at the kiosk.
That's strange.
And this is how I'm going to tell you what I like about New York. That I always said that when you date a person that you like, the things that you like about a person initially is the things that you would hate about a person. So, at the end, say you like a girl because, her style's like this, or, like, she says something. She's very
like outgoing. Let's say she's
outgoing, or she puts you in your place, or some shit like that, right? So if you're dating her for 3 years, that's gonna be the thing that annoys you.
That annoys me the most. Absolutely.
Exactly, because it's different. It's different from what you have normally. So one thing I noticed about New York was when we went to Shake Shack, there was no seats, and then it started raining, so we couldn't eat outside on the patio.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for people to get up. So the table got up, and we had our food, and I was like, yo, when we get this seat, y'all can sit with us. It was 2 Asian dudes, and I would never do that here.
Fuck no. I would never, here, right now, I would never do that.
That's what I'm saying. So we sat in two complete strangers. We sat, and we spoke, like...
And just ate together.
Like humans, nigga. Like, the first thing I told this dude, I was like, yo, where you from? He's like, I'm from Korea, but I'm here studying at NYU. So I'm like, that's dope. Like, what are you studying? Da, da, da. He was like, yo, what are you doing here? And I was telling him that I was here for like business stuff. And like his friend came up, and like we established the conversation. Then we all got on our phones like some millennial ass niggas. But I broke that ice.
I mean, it was a good 4 minutes. And then
We would look on the phone. You know how niggas are now. We look on the phone. We laugh at some shit like, yo, look at this shit. Like,
and then talk about some other shit.
Yeah, like I'm talking to him like I've known them, like type shit like that. And I like that because it's like
Because that would never happen here.
Yeah, it would never happen here, but in the city, it forces you to happen.
It would never happen in the state.
I'm talking like this is my first time in New York, but I go to New York at least 4 times a year, at least 3 to 4 times a year.
This is true.
Like I'm going back in a month. Like,
we should just do a new season every time you come back from New York.
Nigga, we're gonna do a new season in a month. That's 2 episodes.
Nah, we good.
All right, so. Yeah, so from there we went to Shake Shack. From Shake Shack we went to a place in downtown Brooklyn. Is Century 21. So essentially what Century 21 is like a Nordstrom rack.
Right.
But the only thing that I found weird about Century 21 is that they sell Louis Vuitton bags in there. And Louis Vuitton bags never get sold for retail price other than in Louis Vuitton. So I found that to be a little weird. We also hit...
There must be like super reliable secondhand sources.
Maybe. We also hit a icy place in Brooklyn, in downtown Brooklyn. That shit was fire.
Nigga said I had an icy.
It's like an Italian icy.
Oh,
so that's
like
what
Rita's?
it was.
We got to Rita's.
I've never been to Rita's.
It's okay for here,
but it's like the thing that I liked about New York the most, that I always liked about New York the most, is like it's personable. Like everywhere you go is like, it's nine times out of 10. If you go to a restaurant, it's gonna be a Mexican cooking in there. Yeah. So he's like, yo, primo, like, yo, let me get this, and that.
If you can say brother or cousin in whatever language of restaurant you're going to, you'll be set.
Yeah, if you say if you just say primo in New York, 9 times out of 10 everybody's gonna understand you. There's a like a neighborhood spot that like every neighborhood has is Crown Fried Chicken or Kennedy's. So it's like their version of a McDonald's or whatever. But it's essentially they sell you everything. They sell quesadillas, they sell burgers, they sell pizza, they sell red velvet cake, everything that you want they sell. And then for the most part, it's all pretty good. So you go in there, and I haven't been in New York in maybe like 4 months. Yeah. And I go in there, and because I normally don't eat there, because I started to eat clean and stuff like that. So I went there like 3 in the morning because nothing else was open. So I walk in here, like, yo, primo, where you been? He's like, been a long time, man. Like, the person who he knows the most is my cousin Omar, because that nigga used to go to every day to get breakfast and every day for lunch. And then at 3 in the morning, we go there.
Niggas so eating 3 meals at Crown.
The thing is, Crown's like $5 for a meal. Like
I'm saying like you can get alive.
You can get a box of fries for $1 at Crown.
But I'm saying like he's alive.
I mean, you can get good things everywhere.
Truthfully, Omar's barely alive.
So that's what I like. That it's more personal. Back to Century 21. So Century 21 is essentially a Nordstrom rack, but they have like different type of brands. Like they had Philip Lim in there for that, which I found to be odd that a Philip Lim was in there.
Yeah. Did you hit the Helmut Lang sample sale?
No, I was supposed to go with just on Saturday, but he had to do something because it was his birthday, some shit like that. I wanted to go to this sale. That's another thing that I noticed, that they have a lot of sample sales.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best place to have a sample sale because niggas will buy the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like that over there, you would, no matter what type of group you are, you'd go, you can go and find a group that you're in.
That's
like,
shit for you.
East New York is essentially Dominican Republic, bro. Like, everybody there is like, I went to DR. That's exactly what it's like. And
there's no squirrels in East New York either. Just how there's no squirrels in DR.
I don't know if there's no squirrels in East New York.
Fact check.
There's probably squirrels because there's parks over there. But another thing I was gonna say, like, yeah, like if any group you fit in, dude, there's an underground club that you can go to in like around the Chinatown area where people dress up like Pokemon and listen to like electric music.
That's pretty fire.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, any group of people that you want, it's like being in a Reddit.
It's like real life Reddit.
It's like real life Reddit.
Nigga, just
it's
find
exactly what it is.
That's hilarious.
Like, you can literally go to a mall over there that sells nothing but counterfeit things.
Alright, that's the wave though.
That's not the wave. I don't promote any counterfeit things. If you can't afford the real thing, don't buy it.
Nah, I used to be on that tip, but now I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Just get it.
Yeah, so
shut the fuck out of here.
Do I have anything else in here from the New York trip? Oh, there was a lot of weird experiences in New York with women and me this time when I went.
I mean, it's New York.
So where I put the story at?
You said Kasubi workers are fucking smoke shows.
Oh, I did that just to be funny. So yeah, Kasubi workers. I don't know who's picking them out, but those women are very attractive. Very attractive women. Like that, it's like that and Barney's had very attractive women.
You think it's like affirmative action for attractive women?
I don't know. There was only women working at Kasubi, and they were all attractive. That's one thing that I like about Kasubi as well is that for their quality and their price range, they have top 3 jeans, 1,000%.
What's their price range? Like 180?
The price range is from like 125 to like 315. Kind of like the price range that True Religion used to be. It's the same thing.
It's kind of like APC price range.
Yeah, it's like APC. It's like I would say Acne Studios, but Acne Studios does have some super expensive shit. Yeah. But normally their denim is always like $200 to $300. But the thing is, if you want to buy a $100 jean thing, you can buy a $100 jean at.
But they're still really good $100 jeans.
They're good quality. They're great quality jeans. Like I prefer that over some like Balmain jeans. I would get some Kasubis over Balmain jeans any day.
Fucking doubt.
Like
if you want some long-lasting pants for like $100, you might
like those are 1,000% gonna last you long. Also, Acne Studio jeans last you a long time. APC jeans also last you a long time. Oh yeah, so the weird story. All right, so this is the weirdest way a lady has ever asked me for my number in my life. So just to give you guys a background on what this lady looked like. This lady looked like a punk rock lesbian like butch woman. Like she had like spiky hair. Yeah. And like she wore like a leather vest and stuff like that. So
she had the fishnet sleeves.
I'm eating, and I'm not looking at anybody at all. I think I'm watching Joe Budden podcast at that time. So I'm watching her on my phone and I'm eating, and I'm looking straight out of the window. I'm sitting in literally like the stools.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting straight out of the window. So the lady walks up to me and she says, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, I noticed you looking at me." Trying to see what I was laughing about, like wondering what I was laughing about. She was like, "This is what my friend sent me." She was like, "It's a video. It's really funny." So off rip, I'm like, "Yo, this is
fuck away.
This is already super weird energy." But I was like, "I invited. Fuck it, whatever."
You watched the video?
Yeah, I watched the video. The video was actually pretty funny. So the video was essentially it was 2 bathroom signs, and it was the male bathroom sign and the woman bathroom sign.
Yeah.
And they're both British accents. So she was saying like, "Yo, come over here, like jump over here," because I'm like super horny and shit like that. And she was like, it just kept going on her side, like, "Yo, come over," like trying to antagonize him to go. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna jump." So he jumps, and he obviously doesn't reach the other side. So like he ended up breaking his leg. So the sign went from male to handicap. So I was like, yeah, that was actually pretty funny. So all right, so at that point I'm like, oh, that was actually pretty fun. Da da da. So she goes back to her seat. I put back my headphones in, and she screams at me, "You want me to send you that?" And I turned around, I took off my headphones. I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You want me to send you that?" And I'm like, "All right, sure." She's like, "You want me to send you that so you can send it to your friends?" Is exactly what she said. I was like, "All right, this is already getting fucking weird." So
it's very crucial that she drops that for your friends part.
Exactly. So yeah, so I'm already picking up on the small. I'm a very detailed person. I'm already picking up on small things.
I'd be like, no, I don't got friends.
So yeah, right. That would completely add on to another conversation that I did not want to have with her. I wanted to completely just like go and that's it. So she was like, "Hey, put your number in or put your Facebook in." So I'm definitely not putting my number in. So I found my Facebook. At first, I didn't find my Facebook at all. I'm like, it's gonna be very hard to find like my name because my name is a very common name.
It's true.
So, a common name in Spanish culture, and there's a common name also in Japanese culture. I don't know why. So I look it up, and I was like, "Oh, I finally found it." And so I sent it to myself. I actually didn't get the notification, but I sent it to myself, and she was like, as I was looking for my name, she said, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna get you." And I just looked at her like, "What?" And she was like, "Nah, I'm old enough to be your mom." And she did like that, like nervous, like laugh. So I'm like, "Oh, you really trying to bag me right now?"
Shit, she was worried I might miss.
Yeah, so I just laughed, and then because this whole shit was fucking hilarious. I recently I've been having like the divorced women vibe like hit on me and shit like that. So it was very.
It's a blessing and a curse.
No, it's not because them chicks do not look good.
Well, it depends who they divorce.
But once I catch one, I'll catch one. So. She was like, "Yeah, you're old enough to be my son," and I'm like, "Word." I just shook my hand. She was like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, she's good," because she probably don't even got her son. She just want to know how old I am. So I'm like, I said my age. She was like, "Yeah, my son's the same age." I'm like, "You said that way too fast." Because that's when I said my age. She said it right away. Like, "No, my son's the same age." I'm like, "Oh, word, all right." So she sent it to me, and she was like, "Yeah, it's super funny. My friend always sends me videos like this." She
just wanted to hear that the first number wasn't a 1.
Yeah, probably. If that first number was a 1 and an 8, she would have been fine.
No doubt.
But so I sent her the thing, and she keeps trying to talk to me like while I have my headphones in. So she finally leave, and she looks like she was sending me something.
Yeah.
Like I saw her type, so I'm like, "Oh, I hope this lady don't send me." And I picked up my phone, and I'm like, "Oh, she don't got shit." I didn't get any notification. So either I hit the wrong person, which I'm pretty sure I didn't because I saw my profile pic in there. But that was a weird.
Nigga, you should have Princess Nokia her.
What's Princess Nokia?
Throw hot soup at her.
Oh, fuck out of here! I'm not an asshole like that, bro.
Yo, shout out Princess Nokia. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say.
Oh, another thing that I noticed about New York is the shoe choice in New York. It was very odd for the summertime. Like,
what were they wearing up there?
The Nike M2Ks, like the dad Nike shoe, where it's like the remodeled version of the what's the best selling shoe? What's that shoe called?
Monarch?
The Monarch. So it's like a remodeled version of the Monarch. A lot of people had the Monarchs on. I had this lower on the.
Oh yeah, niggas love this shit with the red.
They don't look bad though. Like they have I guess that Nike Lab did a collab with them, and they had like some of those pastel colors on it, so it didn't look bad. But another thing that I noticed that a lot of people were wearing in New York was the 990s, the New Balance 990s.
Yeah,
and
the
question that I was gonna have is when the fuck did that shoe get so big? Because I've liked this shoe for a while, but I like this shoe for other reasons. Like I thought I was like one of the only people who likes to wear things that like dads wear.
That's a DC shoe.
All right, so that's why I was gonna have the debate too, because I was talking to some people from like around the area or whatever, and people had different answers on where this came up from. So DC niggas say it's from DC.
Yeah.
Baltimore niggas say it's from Baltimore, which is generally the DMV.
Let's just say that.
And the Phillies niggas say that it's Philly. I know it to be a DC shoe.
Yeah.
But Philly niggas rock hard saying that they were the ones that did it.
I don't know. I've always known the 990 is a DMV shoe.
Yeah, I always known it as the DMV
Same
shoe.
Like the
but DC niggas don't equate with being Baltimore niggas.
Nah, they're different.
So it's different. So DC niggas go hard, Baltimore niggas go hard, and Philly niggas go the hardest.
Philly niggas got a little Uzi, so they might have it.
I know it to be from DC.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rock with DC. That's why I know.
Like when I'm over there, I see a lot of 990s and a lot of like 999s. So
yeah, I like the 990s. 999 is also a shoe that I had that shoe in high school.
Yeah,
I like that shoe a lot. Like I had a Knicks colorway vibe in high school because I like suede sneakers, so it was a suede 990. I still got those sneakers now. Like those sneakers. The one thing I like about New Balance sneakers, like you don't even have to like be particular to clean it. Like I could throw them shits in the washing machine in the pillowcase and they'll be all right. Same things with Air Max 90s.
You could beat up Air Max 90s.
You could beat the fuck out of Air Max 90s. Same things with Air Jordan 1s. You could beat the fuck out of Air Jordan 1s.
They're better beating up.
You cannot wash them in the washing machine.
No,
but,
don't do that.
But yeah.
Even fucking Nigel Sylvester, the BMX guy.
Oh yeah,
Jordan
we were gonna talk about it later, but I guess since we're off the like
he made a Jordan 1 with stains already on it.
Yeah, it's like
hard.
Yeah, it's like what the company that I see do that a lot is Golden Goose.
Golden Goose.
Where they're like they'll beat up the sneaker. I like the Nigel Sylvester sneaker. I didn't think the Nigel Sylvester sneaker was gonna be that hype, but Nigel Sylvester is a New York barbecue boy, so that is one of the members that I'll give y'all that's in the New York barbecue boys.
I feel like he's more known for being that than for being a BMX rider. But I guess like the BMX community isn't really like into.
Well, there's a big BMX community in New York.
Yeah,
like everybody rides bikes. Like really like bikes.
Nationwide, what's the BMX to fashion community crossover?
Well, I feel like BMX is always put into that space of skateboarding, and skateboarding is huge in
I've
fashion.
always felt like they're separated.
Well, it's separated to us because we know the difference.
Yeah.
To other people, it's just like you niggas ride bikes, y'all grind, y'all do tricks. It's the same shit.
Facts.
Well, the thing is like the skateboarding and BMX are like cousins.
Yeah.
The niggas who they don't fuck with are niggas who rollerblade.
No, this nigga who scooter.
And scooter.
Scooters.
So
that's changing now. Scooters are coming up.
You keep saying that, but I've yet to see.
Check the YouTube analytics. Ask Leor.
All right. So the way that I would tell if niggas are if thing is coming up, if scooter is coming up, is when I see niggas in the block doing that shit. Cause everybody skateboards. No, everybody has skateboarded before or BMX.
It's kids now. It's kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like, it's more than before, and they're doing it for longer, and they're doing more things.
Yeah, I guess. To me, you was always a corny ass nigga if you had a scooter on my block.
Facts. Plus, like, I'd rather break my arm skateboarding than get hit by a scooter.
The thing is, knock on wood, I never broke anything skateboarding.
I cannot relate.
Yeah, I never broke anything skateboarding or BMX. I never done it.
Alright, I'm about to do this into the microphone. It's probably a loud noise, but this is
gonna go back to your ears. It don't matter.
This is my wrist from skateboarding. It like fucking flops around. Like I have no control over it. Hold
this is gonna sound fucking gross. Ah, dude, come on.
I can basically smack my middle finger against like the middle of my forearm.
The only thing that I've broken in my life is when I played. It was either when I played ball or when I played football. I broke my. Is this my ring finger?
Yeah.
Your ring finger's on the right or your ring finger's on the left?
They're both a ring finger.
Well, yeah. All right. So, all right. I always want to know which one is the one that you actually put the ring
wedding
on?
ring.
Yeah, the wedding ring.
Left hand.
All right, the left hand. All right. So I won't be needing that for a while, anyways. But on my right hand, the ring finger is like
kind of bent.
It's bent at the top. And I never noticed that my finger was like that until my cousin made a like observation. And she was like, "Dude, did you break your finger?" I'm like, "No." And I was like, "My finger's always been like that." He's like, "You def broke your finger and you just didn't get it like what they get put it in a splint?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "You just didn't get a splint for it."
So it just like healed in a weird spot.
All right, so just give you a quick rundown of people places if you guys want to eat in New York.
Take notes.
Juliana's. It's probably the best pizza I've had, but it's very Neapolitan style pizza.
Wait, so after you name the spot, say yes or no. Would you bring a chick there?
Yes, I brought a chick there.
No,
to Juliana's.
Okay, cool.
I took a chick to Juliana's. Shout out to Andy's for the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for holding me down. That's just a block. That's a block spot. That's a bodega that is like a family friend from DR. But his bacon, egg, and cheese game is crazy. It's East New York. It's on Fulton Street. It's Fulton Street and Hale.
All right, that's what the people want.
So yeah,
because there's probably like 50 Andes.
No, but I call it Andy's because the guy who owns it, his name is Andy. I don't know what the actual bodega name is, but if my man's who has the LeBron James jersey on, he wears LeBron James jersey every day.
A different one or the same one?
The same one.
That's uniform.
A black undershirt and a black Cleveland Cavalier LeBron James jersey with a black hat. I think a New York hat, but that nigga could chef.
That's a New York outfit.
Yeah, I guess. Tony's is also on Fulton. It's on Fulton. Is coming off of Norwood. It's a local pizzeria shop, but it's owned by Mexicans. They make some of the best tacos. Like some of the best tacos I've had. Period. Magnolia Bakery. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about that bakery. It's a pretty like well known bakery. Martha's Bakery is another pretty well known bakery, but they're better. Also, there's a bakery on the corner of Prince Street, right by Prince Street Pizza. If you guys like square slices, that's like the best square slice. It's a little overpriced because it's become popping.
You like square slices? Click X right now on the pod.
Square slices are my favorite slices.
Yeah, click X.
The Sicilian slice is my favorite.
Sicilian slice is the best.
Yeah, that's a square slice.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
They're not.
What shape is a Sicilian?
Sicily?
A Sicilian pizza is always squared.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Click X.
Shut
the fuck out of here.
There's a little bakery on the left hand side if you go down Prince Street Pizza, which has some of the best cupcakes. Sweet Chicken, which is Nas's restaurant, has some of the best chicken waffles I've had, hands down. Let me think of some other places. I don't have them written here, but some other places if you guys want to go to. If you guys want to go to a high end place that serves Italian food, Carbone is a really good Italian food place.
Did you take a girl there?
Yeah, I've been there with a chick. Why? Like, you want to know day spots that go to New York? I'm gonna give y'all a vibe. If y'all want to go to a day spot, go to Dumbo at night, and you eat.
Dumbo is downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah, if you eat, and then it's like right close to the bridge, right close to the Dumbo Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge. If you eat and walk around, there's a lot of ice cream places already. So girls always like to eat dessert after they go to the restaurants. What were you gonna ask? Or are you gonna fart or some shit? What are you gonna ask?
Is there like a restaurant there that's like called like something with palms? And it's like POMMES? No, like palm trees. It's like a restaurant inside a garden type shit.
Oh yeah, there is. I know what restaurant you're talking about. There's I think that restaurant is called Salentine it's spelled CELESTINE.
I'm only saying that because I've been there and it was on Insecure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or Atlanta.
Around that area, they have a lot of restaurants. So if you want to take a go, they go to Dumbo, and then you can walk. So they have a park on the water. Essentially, it's on the water. Where it has like a basketball court.
Oh, yeah.
It has a soccer...
They got a pool, bro.
It has a soccer field. It has a roller ring where you can skate. You sit out there, sit off the bench, and just look at the city with the lights. For sure,
you know what's fucking crazy though is that it's the basketball courts and like a lot of the athletic stuff is on the water. So if that ball rolls out, you gotta chase that bitch.
Well, no, yeah. If it goes out directly straight, then it's definitely going into the water. If it goes out diagonally, not. I did some like very childish shit when I was there. I got into some swings. I haven't been on swings since I was like forever, nigga. So yeah, there's another place called Sandstein there. There's a lot of the places that are there is a lot of bougie restaurants. So if you don't like bougie restaurants, it's like small portions and shit. I went to the restaurant that I went to when I was there was Juliana's, which is like known to be some of the best pizza. But they have a lot of places like Almar. So it's a lot of restaurants like that where it's like that that hipster vibe type shit. That's like what the restaurants are there. Another pizza spot that I recommend to go to is Scar Pizza.
Where's that at?
That I think that's in Manhattan. That's like up in Manhattan. But yeah, there's a lot of places for you to eat. But if you want a date spot, go to Dumbo. Or if you want another date spot, you can just. Pretty much New York is a full date spot to me. You
the
can
whole
always
fucking city.
You like,
bro. You can turn the subway into a date spot if you smooth.
1000%. If you're nice enough, if you have a good talk game, you can take it anywhere to be a thing. But
like, hey, yo, shorty, I got you this rat tail.
All right. Surprised I did not see any rats this time.
Shut the.
I didn't see.
Shut the fuck out
I didn't see one rat this whole time. Like when we were on the train, I looked over Tristan. I'm like, yo, where's the rats at, bro? And he was like, you'll see him, and I didn't see any rats.
Yeah, bro, they sleeping.
But essentially, I took more Ubers this time because while I was there on business, and the people who I was doing business with provided car services, so I didn't need to. Like I was almost never home.
Nigga, Marica, when I'm up there, my Metro card, that's the little.
1000%.
The magnetic strip burned out.
Get if you do not want to like pay overpriced Ubers or something. I got a finesse game for the Ubers, but I can't give that game out to everybody.
Facts.
But get you a $30 week. Unlimited pass.
Yeah, if you're there for like a little vacation, get the week one.
Yeah, get the week one. It's $30 and you get unlimited swipes, so you can just swipe for
at any time at peak times.
Yeah, for background, train rides is like $2.75, probably like $3 now, some shit like that. So it's around that price. I think it's $2.75. So essentially, if you're gonna go to multiple places, it's better than you getting the quick pass where it's just $10. So you can just swipe and go. It's $10. Like nah, get you a unlimited one for it's like $32. You handle your business. If you're there for a month, you can get an unlimited one for a month for like I think like $70. So
which is a good deal.
Yeah, because Uber there, I took Uber from the first day I went. I took Uber from East New York to Round 2, which is on 1110 Stanton Street. It was like $36.
If you're in Manhattan and you take an Uber just up the street, like 4 blocks, that's just like $10.
Oh, for sure. When I had my internship. My boss gave me $80 and he was like, yo, take a cab, don't take an Uber. Fuck you, nigga. I pocketed that $80 and took that fucking train. It's $5. I got $75 and he did that multiple times.
Legendary.
Like, nigga, fuck that. You can suck my dick. I'm definitely gonna take this train. I don't feel like sometimes I do feel like, nigga, I do not want to take that train, but I like to take the train because you see a lot of things.
I like to take the train. Like once you learn it,
you experience a lot of shit. Just being honest, you'll never have a dull moment on a train ever.
It's like when it doesn't work.
Like right now it's backed up a lot because the L train in Brooklyn isn't working or whatever. So no, they have it down for maintenance. So it's like.
It's a little bit of a.
It's off. It's off right now. So
it's like the scene in The Warriors. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that.
The Warriors is a great movie, by the way. It's a great.
Go
movie.
watch it if you haven't.
Yeah, if you haven't watched The Warriors, that movie's fucking great. Y'all all know the clip of The Warriors. It's like Warriors
come out and play.
Shout out to Cameron for redoing that on his video too. Overall, I would just say for everybody who's listening, travel. Like that, I never thought like traveling would be like that big on me, but traveling 1000% change your mind frame for everything.
Dog, like even if go to the same state you're in, go to a different town.
Yeah, like if you live in Connecticut, you're 2 hours away from New York. Go to Philly, go to Baltimore, go to DC.
If you're in like bumfuck Idaho,
yeah, go somewhere. Because the thing is, like,
get on the nearest hay bale. And wherever it takes you.
As much as the internet like brings everybody closer, it's different when you experience that in life.
Fact. Stop watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, stop watching other people's lives, and go live your life
if you can't afford it.
Well, the thing is, a flight to New York is not expensive.
Facts. You know what? Be responsible with your credit.
That too. But I never, like, when I was young, I didn't realize how, like, substantial traveling is. Because the first time I went to New York, I was, like, 10. And then from 10 to 18, I hadn't been back in New York. And I went in the summer when I was 18. And that shit changed my perspective on everything right away. Like, I immediately wanted to move to the city. Like, immediately. New York is expensive to live in, but I feel like you get your money back with experiences. Like, I feel everybody over there is a lot more culture. Because you have to be. You're around different cultures every day. Like, you have to be.
So those are, when people are racist in New York, and they're seasoned racists.
If people are racist in New York, you really are racist because you have to be very racist to be racist in New York. Because you have to see those people every day. Every day.
You got to sit next to them every day.
You have to sit on the... and you're going to see the same people every day because everybody's mostly on the same schedule.
How are you going to brush shoulders with a race you hate every day and not go insane?
Like, yeah, that's the thing. I don't get it, man.
Honestly, salute to my New York racists.
That's not a salute to anybody in New York racists. All right, so... While we were going on the hiatus for like 2 weeks, we missed out on a lot of shit.
There was mad drama, bro.
I feel like every time we have to like come up with topics for the week, it's sometimes it's hard.
But these last 2 weeks,
what the fuck happened in the culture? Like, bro, like it's mad shit here.
Like, and this is all like hip hop news too.
Yeah. Oh, 1000%. What we're gonna start this off with, because we've talked about it on this podcast, maybe before the podcast. The Our Future reunion, we were talking about when was this gonna happen,
and here it is.
How were they gonna? Yeah, they were
fucking happened.
What do you know? What like they did that? It was I think it was at a Tyler show, or some shit like an underground show, or Earl show, or some shit.
It was an underground like Tyler show.
Yeah, because it wasn't a lot of people.
Nah, it was like a fucking Haji.
So Earl came out.
Earl came out and they performed Earl Wolf and Earl was the good. They performed Ass Milk and the other joint. I think Couch. It is.
That's super dope to me.
One of those songs.
Because I've always said that Our Future was this generation's Star Trek.
This generation's Star Trek.
If it is
Star Trek.
All right, so Star Trek had Chad, Pharrell, Pusha, Clips. What's the other dude who used to rap on the clip with the Clips on the Re-Up records? Lava Dawn. They had Tiana Taylor when she was 15. They had Khalees.
Ooh, Khalees was fire.
And what's the difference between that and now? I just think that Star Trek people, Our Future people are more successful. Well, you have Tyler, you have the internet,
Earl and Frank.
You have Earl, Frank. Like, I feel like it's the same shit. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah. And then I guess Vince Staples is Odd Future adjacent.
There's a lot of Odd Future adjacent people. So is with Star Trek. It's a lot of people who they put on.
Like, all these, like, skaters for Supreme, they're all future adjacent. Knockout Smith, Sage.
And BBC, and Pharrell had the BBC skate team with Terry Kennedy, Jason Williams, and all of them. Like,
so I think Our Future's, like, impact is, like...
Yeah, their impact is just like Star Trek impact. It's very...
Like, for people, if you looked into it, you'd be surprised at how much it is.
1000%. We're definitely going to have an episode where we're going to talk about Odd Future and Star Trek, and we're going to talk about all the people that they have influenced.
Right. Like, let's take 30 seconds to look at Tyler. Festival, clothing line, multiple TV shows, multiple albums.
I feel like
Grammy winner.
What he did with... Did he win a Grammy? Oh, no, nominated. So I feel like what he did was like... We all know that Tyler is heavily influenced by Pharrell. Yeah. A lot of people are influenced by Pharrell, whether you want us to talk about it or not. This podcast is heavily influenced by Pharrell.
Yeah. But I say, like, out of this generation music right now, Tyler's, like, his son.
Yeah, so basically, he took what Pharrell was doing and took it to a different way.
Yeah,
like nobody was doing festivals. Now everybody got festivals.
Even Post Malone got a festival. Yeah. They can't even survive a plane crash.
All right.
Well, he didn't make it.
So, yeah, Tyler has that. Tyler has his own clothing line.
Got multiple TV shows and cartoons.
Yeah, like he's just expounding on his creativity.
He's directed,
which is exactly what like when people say like what do you like about Pharrell so much is that he taught a whole generation of kids who normally would be like losers some shit or like people who like wouldn't go out and do something that he just taught you to embrace your difference. No
doubt.
Like,
he embraced the skaters. He embraced the rock stars.
Yeah, like he embraced the hood niggas.
Rock stars.
Like Nori tells a story where Pharrell goes up to him the first time he met him. This is before he did the Super Thug beat, and he raps Nori's whole verse on one of the Capone Noriega's CNN shit. And then he finished it. He finished the verse and he was like, "But I'm not a gangster though." That's exactly what he says. Like I like that shit. I like people who know who they are. Like and don't try to act like something that they're not. Even though Pharrell likes to say that he's opposed to himself. I've heard him say that on the other tone radio that he's opposed to himself because he says he doesn't delve into things as much as like he should. Like if he hears something, he'll say he likes it and that's it. Like But he's.
We gotta give him a pass. I think he's like 40 something.
Not even. I like that self-awareness of yourself where you can say, yeah, I'm a poser. Like I know I'm full of shit at this moment.
I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna follow it up if I don't know what I'm talking about.
1000%. Like he
literally everything I ever say.
Basically, but niggas know that there's people that definitely won't get slandered on this podcast, and it's definitely Hov, Pharrell, Doom. Niggas like that. Those three, you would never hear anything back in my mouth about Pharrell.
I low-key slander Hov.
All the time. I mean...
It's all love, though.
It's death love. Hov, Pharrell, Doom. These people are like, if y'all want to know who inspired this podcast or, like, inspires me, I would say for myself, those are, like, 3 people who inspired me a lot. Also, Stevie Wonder. Also, for the podcast, I feel like the people who inspired me the most was... So I'm just gonna get in there. I want to congratulate Joe Budden. Joe Budden's podcast. They got a deal with Spotify.
That's fire.
And I would say that the Joe Budden podcast, Deezus and Mero, and Def Taxstone are the reason why Free Tax are the reason why I started the podcast.
Oh, and also a shout out Kodak. Do better. Don't go back.
All right. So I forgot where we're at. So yeah, we're talking about the off-feature thing. All right, so the next thing we were gonna talk about was the Drake hanging the car over people at the concert.
I didn't see this shit.
So what he did, he had a suspender on top, and he had I believe it was a LaFerrari or a Ferrari 488 hanging above the I don't know,
above the crowd.
I don't know why people found that to be so cool, because my anxiety be stupid crazy.
Yeah, I'd be out.
Like, yo, if that shit falls, we're completely all dead.
Yeah, like during the Yeezus tour, I mean the St. Pablo tour, I did not get under that shit. I was next to it,
but that shit was fucking dope.
Shit was fucking dope.
But besides the things that like Kanye has done lately, that was the best concert I've ever been to in my life. Like that St. Pablo concert was the best concert I've ever been to in my life. Just like the way, the way he does everything is very.
Even though he was late by like an hour.
Even though I think that the stages that he was doing is cultivated by Virgil. Virgil's the person who did all like the stage views and all that shit. Like the way everything looks, it's because of Virgil.
I mean, he had a hand on the.
He did the scenery
too.
Yeah, and he did the Watch the Throne shit too.
Yeah, I mean, they've been together for a while.
Yeah, so that whole I didn't know that Daddy Yankee did that before him too, and like Daddy Yankee was popping.
Well, he hung a car. Or
he was sitting in a car while he was hanging it over people. That's pretty fire. But nigga, I don't want to be like you. You know the lawsuit you have on your hand.
Dog, you'd be ruined.
That's like easily 1,000 people dead, 200-300 people dead. Quick, like 300 people dead, and like probably 1,000 hurt.
You going to jail?
1,000%.
Yeah.
That like I wonder how much the insurance was for that, because that's a huge liability. Like, yo, if this car falls, it's a wrap. And also I want to know how much time in pre-productions did that car almost fall,
or like it kind of like shaky. That'd be hilarious.
Like, son, like that's a problem, nigga.
Like, yo, did you leave the AC on?
Like, niggas thought that was so dope, and I'm like, yeesh, nigga, I don't know about all that shit. Alright, so Travis album.
Yo.
Since we're talking about Drake, I've heard the sicko mode shit. With the beats on there are hard because there's multiple beats.
There's like 6 producers on
exactly.
that shit.
That shit's hard.
That shit's hard.
I listened to probably 3 tracks of Travis. It's normal Travis things, but I feel like now he's getting his just due.
Yeah, and it's elevated too.
So AB Dash, I listened to the whole album. I didn't listen to the whole album. What do you think about the album?
So it's 17 tracks. 14 of them are good. The only ones that aren't good are 5% Tint. I know it's got the shout out to like I think it's 3-6 as like the whole little hook part.
Yeah,
I don't really like,
which is 3-6 is like the father to a lot of people. Right
yeah,
now.
So but I didn't really like enjoy that in terms of the album. I didn't like Who What, and I didn't like Butterfly Effect, and I haven't liked Butterfly Effect for a while.
Which one was Butterfly Effect?
It's the single.
That's a single.
Yeah,
right?
they put out like a year ago.
Yeah. So yeah, because it did take Travis like 2 years to finish this shit. Yeah. My favorite Travis album of all time is Days Before Rodeo.
Really? I like this one.
That's the one where he has his shirt off, right? Yeah. That album was super. That's when I was bumping Travis heavy.
As of right now, I like this one the most.
So,
but please give your shout outs to Mike Dean. He's on 11 of these songs.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
He's on 11 fucking songs.
Now, I wanted to...
It might as well be a Mike Dean Trav collab album.
I wanted to pose this question. Because I saw some people talking about it. I think on the Joe Budden podcast they talked about it too, where who gained more from the relationship, Ye or Travis? Because some people would say Ye did, like, because Ye got his new, like, revamped style from Travis.
Let's say, yeah, so what did Ye gain from it? A revamped style?
He got the whole Yeezus album. Because that was all Travis for sure.
I disagree. I think I definitely see the Travis influence on Yeezus, but I think that's more still Mike Dean and Daft Punk than more Travis.
But Travis was a huge part of that album.
Yeah, his sound definitely influenced.
Well, they say that Travis goes back to almost that 808 Heartbreak days too.
Does he? Because Owl Pharaoh came out in like 2011.
Travis been popping. He hasn't been popping for a while, but you know Kanye is known to bring people before they pop.
He did it.
I don't remember, but I can see why people can say both.
I think Travis definitely benefited more.
Because Travis is popping right now. Like, Travis is... Like, earlier people would say that the rumblings that were that Travis was the new Kanye. But to me...
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Yeah, to me, Kanye does a lot of things well. Well, he knows who to put in position to do things well. Because that, like, no matter what...
Kanye knows how to make a team.
No matter what, those first...
Let's just say
five albums were all good. College Dropout's a classic.
Late Registration's a classic.
Classic.
Graduation, arguably a classic.
Which one's Graduation?
It's the one with Good Morning.
With the Good Morning. Graduation is my favorite album. That is the best album that Kanye's ever produced. And then Kanye's ever put out.
808s.
808s is either you hit or miss.
Hit or miss, but you can't deny its influence on music.
1000%. The next one was
My Beautiful Twisted Fantasy.
Classic.
Yeah.
People say that's the best album that he's ever made. I don't think that's the best album he ever made. That was Yeezus.
Well, Watch the Throne came first.
Watch the Throne. That's a classic.
Bro, just listen to Prime Time and tell me that's not a fucking classic.
St. Pablo. I like St. Pablo, but I don't think it was a classic.
After
well, it's Yeezus, and then we have Graduation is a classic. Late Registration is a classic. Graduation is a classic.
And Beautiful Fantasy.
That's 4 albums out of 9 already that are classic. Like,
those are fucking Jordan numbers.
Yeah, like Travis, Days of Rodeo, I would say maybe later will be a classic, but he does not have the classic on his hand yet. He's 3 albums in. Ye's 3 albums in. He had 3 classics.
Yeah, 3
classics.
Undeniable, and he outsold 50.
Exactly. So like,
but Travis outsold Nicki Minaj.
That whole thing.
That's hilarious.
Fam, I don't get that whole thing of like.
She needs help.
She's wildin'. We're not even gonna get into that because we not that type of podcast, but she's wildin'. Yeah, we did talk about congratulations to Joe Budden and the Spotify deal. A lot of people like to hate on Joe Budden, but his takes on things and
he's usually right.
I think he has the same thing as Dame Dash, how we talked about it.
It's the way he says it.
It's the way you deliver things to people. It's the way that they take it. Now, a lot of people don't usually take in the information if it's delivered in the wrong tone.
Plus, a lot of people don't really like him.
Well, it's cool to hate Joe Budden. Is what I'm saying.
Apparently.
Like Joe, 1000%. Joe,
that's turning around.
Joe makes great music. Like, he raps better than 90% of the rappers.
If Joe puts out a project today, how much does it sell first week?
Sales don't really matter when it comes to artists like his, because you don't check.
I'm just wondering, like, how much would it sell first week?
740.
I think 40?
Yeah.
I think it gets 25.
Either way, sales from artists like that don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, Earl is by far one of the best rappers out
all time. That's my favorite rapper.
And he don't sell.
His last album did like 50.
Push has to have platinum records and shit like that, but with the clips. But Push does well for himself. And like, I feel like if your validation
albums don't cost anything, that's what it is.
Not even. I feel like if your only validation is
sales,
then no, not that you're trash, is that you get stuck on that. So Nicki sold 200,000. That's essentially that's like going platinum in this generation. So
her second week sales are 90,000.
All right, so exactly.
So good.
So you're doing that because 9 times out of 10 you don't think that the product that you delivered was good enough, and you were sustained by numbers. That's what validations you get. If you get all the awards and stuff like that, that's what you like.
Yeah.
Nas has never won a Grammy in his life, and Nas is by far top 5.
He's got 1. good album.
Okay, Nas has way more than one good album. I don't like this little narrative that everybody tries to run with Nas. Nas has way more than one good album, but we're not gonna get into that now. But I'm saying like, I don't think it matters. Q's a good rapper, and Q doesn't get any accolades. Like he sells records, but he doesn't get any accolades. What does that mean? Absol's a great rapper. Lupe's a great rapper. P's a great artist. Like it doesn't matter. Like that shit doesn't matter. Like it's either you're worried about impact, like actually you're impacting the culture, or you're worried about money.
Yeah, I think besides the whole sales thing with Nicki, her Wild and Out is like a little extra wild. Like it's on like some next level. Ye never attacked anybody.
I don't remember. I feel like he has, but I don't remember.
Nah, Ye never said like. Ye never attacked the baby. He never.
Oh yeah, like you talking about the way she's going at Travis and shit. Like
like that. He never did that to nobody.
But
when Drake was firing shots at him, he stood quiet.
Not to be misogynistic, but women tend to deal with things like that in a different way. So I understand it.
I understand, but at the same time, I think like something is affecting her, like beyond just the music. Yeah, but Joe Budden said it. So you can take it up with Joe.
So the first Supreme drop came out Thursday. Well, Monday. This Monday it came out
online. Yeah,
online. It came out online. I think it came out last Thursday in store. It
had such hits like the Madonna.
The Madonna tee was
accessories.
Dope. One thing that I noticed is that I think they heard that everybody was saying like, "Yo, last season shit was super trash."
What, the accessories?
No, just everything was trash.
Spring Summer wasn't great. No,
it was that was probably like one of their worst things. But this year they had a lot of they have a lot of good shit.
Yeah, they collabed with great New York artists for like the Bones.
So another thing I want to talk about was since you brought up is the collab. So Birkenstock denied a Supreme collab because he said that he said they didn't want to prostitute their brand. What do you think about people who don't like want to do collabs with like Supreme? You think it's a prostitution of your brand?
I don't think a collab with Supreme is a prostitution of your brand, but Birkenstock might see that as probably something way out of their lane and like not something their brand is known for or would do. There's nothing wrong with denying a collab. So I wanted to say
I didn't see like why they wouldn't do it. Like they've done a Birkenstock collab with Babe before. Yeah, so I guess it's just preference. They just didn't want to be a Supreme. It's kind of the thing of like, you know how a woman turns down the guy that every woman wants just to say that they turned him down. It's the same thing. Like Birkenstock was like fuck Supreme. Because they knew that was going to give them just as much marketing as if they would have made a Birkenstock Supreme collab.
God, the thing is, I think a lot of brands reject Supreme, but Birkenstock was the one that had to like bitch out.
Come out, yeah. You think a lot of brands do reject Supreme? I think they did a lot of collabs.
I look at all the collabs they do. There's probably like, at least for every collab they do, there's probably like 2 that reject them. But there's probably some off the wall wild shit that they want to do.
Maybe. They do a lot of collabs though.
Yeah, like they've got their staples. Like they always collab with Nike, CEG, Levi's, Timberland, and Vans and those niggas. But how many times have they reached out to like
North Face?
Yeah, North Face. How many times have they reached out to other brands and like nothing happens? Like where's Supreme? I guess you could see why they don't collab with certain brands because they have association. Like you'll never see Supreme Adidas for a long time, or Supreme Columbia, or Supreme something else.
Well, they had a Supreme Patagonia thing in 1999, but I think it got a cease and desist, and I think the Louis Vuitton thing before it happened was a cease and desist as well.
That Louis Vuitton's just still wild.
That shit goes for crazy prices. Now I'm saying before they did this collab, they actually collabed. Before that, they had a Supreme one, and they got cease and desist letter to like don't sell it.
Oh, the cease and desist.
But from what I saw in the lookbook, they have a lot of dope shit. I wanted the varsity jacket, the Motion logo varsity jacket. Yeah. That shit was dope.
They stepped up.
They stepped up in
the outerwear game.
Yeah, they stepped up in the way of there's always one hyped item. Yeah. Or like 2, 3, 4 hype items, but they stepped up in the rest of it.
Like the average items is better now.
I felt like that's where they lacked, where the average items weren't good.
Yeah, like
last week.
If you look at the first week tees, they were all decent.
Yeah, they were all tees that I was like, I would actually cop that.
And it's not amazing, but like, I would
just a normal Supreme shirt, like
regular price.
Yeah, like my cousin,
and a lot of them sat.
My cousin was like, "Yo, if you can get me a shirt, give me that," and I got him that shirt. Like they had things to me like
Instead of like fucking last season when they had the chicken dinner plate.
Yeah, like weird shit like that. Like
Piss Christ.
Yeah, like they had some weird shit last season. So moving on from that, Camp Flog not in the lineup. I don't have the link for that, so let me go ahead and look up the lineup right now.
While you're looking that up, I want to say something. Like with Camp Flognaw and with Travis Scott's Astro World Tour.
Yeah.
I mean, not the tour, but his festival.
Yeah.
In each of the lineups, they have Virgil as like a listed.
Oh, Virgil DJs.
Oh, he's a DJ.
Yeah, Virgil DJs.
That's tough.
I
was wondering. I was like, what is he gonna do?
From what I heard, he's not a bad DJ either. So this is. This is 2017. Let me look up the 2018 lineup because the lineup was actually pretty good this year. I think the headliner is Kitsy Ghost.
Kitsy Ghost, yeah. They've got They basically brought all of Our Future.
Yeah, that's what I liked. I was waiting for this. This is why I wanted to go, but the tickets sold out quick. So I'm
30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm currently trying to get tickets to go. So if you guys have tickets, hit me up. Telatalk, Instagram, Telatalk, Twitter, and AB. How much underscores? 2 underscores?
Yeah, 2 underscores.
Dash on Instagram.
And spell out the word dash. It's not like a dash.
Yeah, it's not like a dash.
Yeah.
All right, so they have Shrimp Life Crew, which they make good music. Kali Uchi.
Fire.
Little Uzi Vert.
Fire.
Pretty Lights.
Don't know.
Kalani.
Good.
Gallant. He's a really good R&B artist. Kilo Kish.
Good.
Never heard of him. DJ Mustard.
It's a chick.
DJ
Mustard. Good.
Kevin Abstract.
Good.
Def Grips.
Not my tea. Not my cup of tea.
Bronson Lino.
Goat.
Flatbush Zombies.
Good.
SZA.
Good.
Yuna.
Don't know.
Lil Wayne.
Good. As fuck.
Badu.
Badu's going?
Yeah. Is it? No, this is 2016.
Oh,
I was like, holy
shit.
shit. I did not remember that this was... Dude, I clicked 2018. All right, so what is this? What's this one? 2017. Why is 18 not popping up? All right, hold on. Let me go up.
I was like,
I was about to say, Bronson's going. I never saw Bronson on this lineup. All right, so this is the...
It makes sense, because I was like, Kevin Abstract. I thought the whole group was going. Which is
It's a band?
Brockhampton.
Okay. All right, so this is the lineup. So we have Tierra Whack.
Fire.
Rivina.
Don't know.
Taco.
Go.
Taco DJs. Wallows.
Don't know.
Bane's World.
Decent.
I didn't like this show. Raphael Sadiq.
Good.
Super dope. Magic Jordan. Love Magic Jordan.
Magic Jordan's going?
Yeah.
That's
Flatbush Zombies is there again.
They're good.
Little Dragon's there. Little Dragon's pretty good. They're alright.
Not a fan.
Billie Eilish.
She's like 16 and apparently she's huge, but I never heard a single song.
Georgia Smith. I like Georgia Smith. Playboy Cardi. Y'all like Playboy Cardi.
I fuck with Playboy.
Virgil's going.
DJ set.
Pusha's going.
Pusha got it.
Post Malone's going.
Post Malone's going?
Yeah.
That's a cool pick.
Lauryn Hill's going.
She's not showing up.
SZA's again going.
She's showing up.
Kitsy Ghost is going.
That's a GOAT lineup.
Tyler himself.
Yep.
A$AP Rocky.
That's good.
The Internet. Brockhampton. Kylie Uchi. Jada Smith.
Fire.
Earl.
Oh, hold on. Jada Smith needs more credit in hip hop. I saw him open for J. Cole.
Yeah, I don't like Jada Smith's music like that. Earl Smith. Earl Sweatshirt.
Yo, Earl Sweat, greatest rapper.
You already know Earl's going. The Rex Orange County.
You good?
Their shit is good. Men I Trust.
Oh, Men I Trust is going?
Yep.
They make good shit.
Domo Genesis. I love Domo. Slow Hallows.
They're a good LA band.
Left Brain.
Yo, I guess if you bring Our Future, you gotta
bring them out. 1000% I'm calling it now. Frank is coming out.
Frank has to come out. They're gonna perform Oldie.
If I have to be there, they perform Oldie. I have to be there. I'm a Low.
Don't know.
It's AMALOU. I don't know if I pronounced it wrong. Hobo Johnson and the Love Makers.
I don't know. That sounds like some shit.
Mike G.
Mike G.
So the whole thing is coming out. Plus Sounds. Turnstile.
The thing about Turnstile is like a hardcore punk band.
Yeah. Well, Tyler does that. Like he likes
he
that.
did that shit with Trash Talk.
Real.
Who?
RUEL.
I don't know. Rule?
Yeah, I don't know. One band that I thought for sure was gonna go was the thing.
Innerwave?
Yeah, Innerwave.
I guess they just got Bane's World instead.
Like Innerwave's way better than Bane's World to me.
Yeah,
way better. It could be that Bane's World was super drunk when we went to the concert as well, but
they were super drunk.
They were hammered, and I like that shit about rock bands. These niggas be fucked up
on stage, bro.
Was the lead singers for Innerwave?
Pablo.
He kills that shit drunk.
He was
he could actually sing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a Camp Flog Nog. Camp Flog Nog has. I'm pretty sure they sold like maybe 70,000 tickets in 30 minutes.
That's a fucking lot.
Like I like Tyler's creative space that he lives in, bro.
Dog, that's like a.
That's a lot of
That
fucking
was like when
tickets.
the Yeezys first came out.
You ever seen 70,000 and the tickets ain't cheap. It's like $300
for like the regular pass.
Yeah, well, that is pretty cheap to see all those people at one time.
Yeah, but I'm saying for something to sell out like that.
Yeah, do the math on that. $300, 70,000 people. That's what.
You do the math.
That's
I can't add that many.
21 mil.
That's like 2.1 million.
Yeah, 2.1. Nigga, that's quick.
That's quick.
That's quick.
Have you ever made 2.1 million in 30 minutes?
Like, shout out to fucking Tyler. Like Tyler, like I didn't like Tyler like was like my late teens, but there's a lot of parallels between Tyler and Pharrell. Like I definitely think that Nerd should have a festival as well. Like I feel like Pharrell's lineup would be crazy.
They sold 70,000 of the 300 ones, but there was probably like maybe an extra 5,000.
Well, I'm saying it's 70,000. I'm speculating because last time it was 50,000, and
now
it's only got bigger. That's Dodger Stadium. All right, this should take the capacity of Dodger Stadium. Hold on.
Got you.
You gonna?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like 100 something thousand. Nah, it's like 34.
It's 56,000.
56,000 tickets. Still, that's a lot of fun, and that's 56,000 seats.
Yeah.
They're definitely gonna have where you can be on the lawn.
Yeah.
So that's like an extra 20,000. So yeah, like 76,000, 80,000 tickets.
That's a fucking lot.
80,000 people in one stadium,
That's
and it's only like 30 minutes. That's a lot of fucking people, man. Like Tyler,
It's a good ass lineup.
Tyler definitely needs a fucking round of applause for that because he did his fucking thing on that shit. So moving on, yeah, we talked about the Nigel Sylvester getting his own Jordan 1, which is very on brand because he I don't know if you guys follow him on thing. I watched his Go YouTube videos. So he wears Air Jordan 1s every day to bike ride. So like those scuffs and things are like scuffs that he
they're
would
modeled after like scuffs from the bike pedal.
I like the colorway of the sneaker where it's like a cream sneaker and then
They just should have changed the laces.
Well, I'm pretty sure they have extra laces. What color is the laces again?
They're like pure white, so they kind of like clash against the cream.
So you definitely can get some cream laces. Like I definitely want to get those things when they come out. Like they came out when I was in New York, but I wasn't gonna wait in line at Kith for that long, and I wasn't gonna pay anybody to wait in line for me.
Yo, the fucking Kith Coca-Cola.
All right, yeah, let's get into the Kith Coca-Cola thing.
What the fuck was that?
Like, Kith does his thing, but I guess I'm out of the loop on this one because that Kith Coca-Cola line was fucking.
I know you niggas don't drink soda like that.
It was fucking crazy, dude.
What was that?
Like, it was huge in Miami. New York has like 3 or 4 stores, and the lineup was stupid crazy.
Around the block, each one.
Like, no. The one in Miami was down the street. Like, it's crazy. On Collins Ave, so it was down Collins like crazy.
Bro, the line from Miami, the Miami one hit the beach. That's over a mile.
The one in Soho was super long as well. The one in Brooklyn was crazy long. Like, big ups to Ronnie Five because your customer client base is very, 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 very long.
Is Ronnie Five the best collaborator in the game right now?
I think he's the only one who does like crazy collabs like that.
Does them a lot.
I would say his Rolodex is well though, because he does Adidas and Nike collabs. Yep. He does Van collabs.
Yep.
He does.
He's got fucking Bird Off Goodman.
He does Bird Off Goodman collabs.
He's got Columbia. I
think he did. He hasn't done a North Face one yet.
He's got Tommy.
Coca-Cola.
Twice. He got the Tommy shit coming up.
He has a lot more. I know there's another one that I'm missing that he had.
He collabed with Emilion Dor.
He had a Bape one.
He did.
A
lot of shit.
Like, yo, big ups, Ronnie. You doing your fucking thing. Keep doing your thing, because I for sure, no lie, thought that Kip was gonna be like A-Life. Like, I thought it was gonna hit that downhill thing.
That little low but steady.
Yeah, like, it's not a bad space to be in. A-Life is still, like, a well-renowned shop, and it has a lot of good pieces in there, but I didn't think...
like a historical place.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be, like, crazy. Like Kip is... Like, A-Life definitely, like, led that pathway. Like, A-Life and Staples and stuff like that led that pathway. But that Kith Coca-Cola shit showed me, like, dude, for somebody to go wait in line and go get a white pair of Converses that have Coca-Cola written on the side.
For like 130 beans.
And be able to resell for $500. That's pretty telling on what your brand can do right now. Are you searching something up over there? Because you're looking, like, very, like, mischief.
I just miss A-Life. So I'm looking at this shit up.
A-Life definitely had the run.
They got a Croc.
1,000%.
These Crocs are kind of clean.
So one thing I noticed in New York is that Gucci MLB collab was pretty well like. I saw a lot of people with that Gucci Yankee hat,
which is crazy because how much we were talking about how much that shit was. It was like over $200.
It was like $365.
Yeah, but it is kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it's a dope hat, but I would think that for luxury brands, the exclusivity plays a part. So if everybody has it,
so when you say a lot, you saw
maybe
you saw one every day.
I saw like 2 or 3 every day.
That's fucking insane.
Granted, I was in most of like the fashion districts and things like that, and I was in some pretty well high end places and shit like that. So people who I was around definitely could afford it, but
it's still crazy to see.
I come from, if I see more than 2 or 3 people have it, I'm not gonna wear it. But New York is a different space in the sense where
there's also a lot of fucking people in New York.
There's a lot of fucking people in New York, one, and there's a lot of fashionable people in New York as well. And a lot of people with money. Like, in New York, there's a lot of front in New York, but it's a lot of niggas who get money in New York.
Yeah, shout out Canal Street, the greatest street in New York.
But it's a lot of niggas who get money in New York, because majority of the cars that you see in New York are BMWs, Benzes, like high-end cars like Audis and shit like that.
Even cabs.
1,000% people are, I would say like over 50% of those people are paying a lease price that's like, not like, it's very stupid to pay that price for a lease car. But that was very telling to me. Also, I brought that up because they have more things coming out. They have a satin Yankee joint.
Good. They're doing more MLB shit.
Yeah, they have. I told you they were gonna definitely like prolong.
Is it just
this.
Yankees though?
No, they have the Giants. They have the Pirates. But I like some of their shit. Their shit was like pretty. It's pretty nice shit. But the thing is, like, if everybody can have it, I don't want it. And that's the point of having luxury goods, because everybody can't afford that. Or it's a different realm of quality. So, moving along, the Astro World merch came out. So there's 2 Astro World merches. There was the Nike Astro World merch, which I liked.
Yeah,
and then the regular merch.
Yeah, and then the random Virgil one.
The problem that I have with things like that is, I feel like they just throw on whatever the album name is and sell it.
Yes. Also, they finessed everybody. What they did, I don't know if you remember, but they dropped different things that would only be available on that day, and at the end of the week, they released all of it again.
That's always what
That's hilarious.
That's always what they do. The Nike one that I like, I don't think came out. It was the white one that Travis had on.
Yeah.
That one didn't come out.
That only ended up being pop-up.
Yeah, that I didn't see anybody with that one. I like that one. Other than that, I feel like it was whatever. Ketronada was a model for Dime.
I thought it was really cool.
So what I like about Dime a lot is that
they know they're fucking like.
Not even that. I equate them to being like Ketronada is. Like, those who know.
Yeah.
And like people who get put onto it would be like, oh, it's dope. Like, that's how I feel the Dime is. That's like, I feel like they're like very like cohesive.
Like, if you were to, Dime is Canadian Supreme,
basically.
But like, it came later. So
like I've seen a few Dime shirts and like a few Dime apparels that I would definitely cop.
Bro, they made a toaster and I wanted it so bad.
That's the thing. They fall in that same space of Supreme, but it's so different.
Cool. But let me tell you about the toaster. The toaster, when you put the bread in, it would like burn a figure of Mary from like the Bible in it, and on the other side it would say Dime. That's so fucking.
We're def gonna do that and have a Telatalk
one, and we're just gonna put fucking Tristan on the other side.
For sure.
That'd be mascot.
So, I saw. Okay, so this Japanese designer named Tuku Omura. I don't know if I'm 9 times out of 10 mispronouncing your name. So what he did was he took companies' logos and made them to a household like thing that you would be able to use like every day, like a rack or something like that. Yeah. I found that to be pretty dope, really dope. It was just like a quick tidbit that I want to throw out. Also, another quick tidbit I want to throw out was Celine's flagship store in Miami. Definitely looks like you're walking into a seance or a cult.
What is it like over there?
Oh, damn, I should have put the link in there. Google it so you can see it. But it's a very like heaven, like it feels like it's a heavenly mountain vibe. But at the same time, it feels like you're in a weird space. I took it like kind of like when I went to the Brooklyn Museum in New York. By the way, I don't know if I went on a bad day or anything, but the Brooklyn Museum was, that shit was trash.
The garden?
No, the Brooklyn Museum was trash. The Botanical Gardens was amazing.
Always fine. I want to go so bad.
Like if you guys need a date to go on, it's the Botanical Gardens. I wanted to get into this talk about museums and shit because I went to the Brooklyn Museum and I noticed how much people like to fake that they like art.
Or you just stand by like the most trash or like the most well-known piece and just stand there.
Not even. It's like they'll have somebody with them and they'll explain it, and I'm like, art isn't something you can explain. It's not scientific. It's not math based. You can't explain it. It's just a feeling. If you like the painting, you like the painting. If you like the sculpture, you like the sculpture. That's how it is to me.
Of course, it's like a message the painter wanted to get across. But
1,000%.
Not everyone's gonna get it.
Not everybody's gonna get that thing, and you don't even know if that's actually what the painter was trying to get across. But you can tell when somebody's totally bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like the colors are so eccentric and they're popping out. It's very abstract. It's definitely not abstract.
These are the type of people that wear berets.
Yeah. So, and then you have the dudes who I kind of was like, I want to have this conversation too. The things that women introduce us to that we normally wouldn't do for ourselves.
Oh, shit.
So, there was a couple dudes that were there on dates where they showed these and they just like, trying to show that they're different from other guys. Trying to show that they're different from other things. Which that shit was pretty funny because that's how it was when I first started going to museums. But I found the museums to be dope, so I started going to museums more. But the reason behind that I went to is because I went on a date with a shorty.
Right.
So I wanted to get into that conversation of like, what did shorties put you onto that you would not have cared about otherwise?
Shit. My last girl, she put me onto like hella like the natural hair game. Like she's the reason why my hair.
She definitely got you on your shea butter shit.
Yeah, she got me on my shea butter shit. Like taking care of my skin more. Damn, she just made me a clean nigga.
Taking care of my skin was the one thing that a woman friend showed me. Like, you as a man don't really look at your skin like that, so I'm like, yeah, so whatever. I got good skin.
It's cool from a different pair of eyes because now you feel it.
I definitely have better skin than most people, but I still have certain things that could be better. So they definitely put me onto products,
right,
and things like that.
Certain mask. Shout out to my Aztec clay mask.
Women showed me definitely how to be more cleansing.
Yeah, I mean, like this is like
cleanliness
post girl, but like I've been on like that painted nail trend, not like with colors, but like the clear coat matte.
Oh, that's another thing I got from girls getting manicures and getting pedicures. I don't get the clear thing. I just get it buffed. Yeah. I don't like how the clear thing looks. It's too shiny for me. I don't like shiny things like that.
I fuck with it.
Yeah, I don't like shiny things. I don't like jewelry. I don't like shiny like candy paint cars and shit like that. That's never been my thing.
Shit, I like jewelry, but no candy paint car here. But damn, that's probably what my last shorty taught me that I wasn't onto before. That's like kind of like surface level. I'm not talking about like how she like fucking changed my life or nothing. Yeah. It's like just regular shit. That I would never
definitely consider. Girls taught me how to be more emotionally in tune.
Like have more emotional intelligence.
Yeah, that and knowing when to pick a fight and when to not pick a fight, and also how like
to probably
not to suppress feelings is what I'm saying.
How to like communicate.
Yeah, like how to communicate for sure. Because my mother, living in a Dominican household, there's no communications. You do what I say you do, or you getting whacked. Like
there's no other conversation.
There's no other like.
There's no I feel.
I've always feel like you can tell when a dude is with a girl and he's doing something because the girl wanted to do it.
It's
like,
in his bones. You can see it.
You can see it when it come across as in pictures and shit like that. You can definitely see that shit. So moving along from that, Cole dropped the album of the year freestyle.
I thought you were going to say Cole dropped album of the year. I was about to say like, sir, Sheck West.
Cole's album was good, but I don't think it's album of the year.
I mean, he's got no better songs than 6ix9ine.
Alright, stop it. Alright, so Cole dropped the album of the year freestyle. What you think about it? I know you heard it because we talked about it in the group chat.
Yeah, I liked it. He did it over the classic Nas beat.
Yeah, the Uchi Wally. That. By the way, that's a great beat to freestyle over.
Yeah. He did drop that fire Asian line. I said I don't even want to quote it because I don't remember it.
Yeah, I know you don't remember. I forgot what it was.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's J. Cole.
I see the wordplay that... Alright, stop hating on Cole.
What do you want me to say? I paid $92 to see him, so I'm not a J. Cole.
I forgot you went to the J. Cole. This nigga hating... Look, everybody who listens definitely knows this nigga be hating on J. Cole.
True.
He's a Snorefest. This nigga paid almost $100 to go see his ticket. This is the nigga that I was telling y'all about that... Niggas say that J. Cole's a Snorefest, but this nigga's album is doing crazy numbers.
Chill. Alright, to make it clear, I went because... I would never would have gone on my own. Never.
Well, who goes to concerts by themselves?
No, I mean like on my own accord.
Huh.
So, my cousin wanted to go. We went. I wore a shirt that I made that says "I'm here for Thugger."
He made a shirt that says that?
Yeah, I did.
This guy. All right, so yeah, that freestyle, I like the freestyle, but I felt like it was just that fast flow. But he's saying
really
things, but the flows was really carrying it.
Yeah.
So
if you can flow nice and the beat's nice, no one's gonna
1,000%.
No one's gonna rap genius.
1,000%.
That's how Nas got by.
Big thing that happened last week or this week. Rest in peace to Aretha Franklin, the Queen.
That was last week
For sure. That's definitely a soul queen. Rest in peace to her. Last thing that I have on this topic of what we missed was the Yeezys popped up on Yeezy Supply as like an archive. And everybody was going crazy because they thought they were gonna re-release them, like it was like the Turtle Doves and all that shit and shit like that. And the funny shit to me is how like impatient resellers are. Because as soon as you went on StockX, the prices were dropping like that.
Yeah, because they were scared.
They were scared that they were gonna lose their money like that. Motherfuckers are really terrible at what they do.
There's a conspiracy that Yeezy Supply did that to get the price down to stock up.
That's pretty smart though.
Because if you think about it, Yeezy Supply is like the #1 source of info for like.
No, Yeezy Mafia is what you're thinking of. Yeezy Supply is the Yeezy
Mafia.
Yeah.
Wait, so Yeezy Supply posted?
Yeezy Supply posted it, and Yeezy Mafia posted it on his thing, and I'm saying like, yo, yeah.
So that's a sketch.
Yeah, I think that they were planning on doing it anyways. I just don't think they're doing it now. Moving along from that, all right. So Nike pulls the baklava,
the balaclava.
So
basically, the big ass face mask, shoulder mask.
They pulled it because people felt like it was promoting and profiting off of gang culture in London,
which makes no sense.
It makes it. It's not Nike's fault that people use that to commit crime.
Yeah, it's not Nike's fault. So why are they pulling it?
I guess because a lot of people in London were like making robberies and had these fucking shits on.
All right, niggas use rope to make.
That's the same thing that I was gonna say. Nike's been a part of crime and gang culture for years. Right. Listen to some Locks bars, and they tell you how they would get their Nike gloves to go shoot niggas so the handprint doesn't get on the gun. Or is there? It's also millions, not even millions, but like there's always, every year there's always people dying over sneakers, anyways.
Yeah. I don't know how Nike can pull a ski mask, essentially a ski mask, when people are pulling out like bulletproof vests, for fashion and utility vests, which are basically glorified gun holsters.
Basically.
But you can't sell a fucking mask against the cold. A balaclava is the best thing you can wear when it's freezing outside.
Exactly. That's another thing I like about New York. You can wear shit like that. Here, you would get immediately you get pulled over and you're getting like you're either going to jail or you're getting a ticket or citation or some shit.
Estonia's wild, bro.
Yeah. So I didn't really understand that move by Nike. I guess like in this PC world now, like anytime you put some pressure on a company, it's cheaper for them to just pull the product.
It's the fucking liberals, man.
But I like. All right, calm it down. I like Bill Burr's thinking of things though.
What did Bill Burr say?
So he says that if he says something that offends you, fuck it. I'm not gonna apologize for it because you took it out of context of a joke. Like it's a joke, and if you write down a joke, it's gonna come off bad. Just like if you write down a lyric, it's not gonna come off as how I say it. Like if you pull something from our podcast, I guarantee you can pull something from today, right now, and people would go nuts about it without doing any background searches or any fact checking and go listening to it.
Very true. And Twitter will pop off and call us cis shit, homophobe, misogynistic pigs.
I don't think we said anything misogynistic or homophobic.
No, we love women.
I definitely think they can pull something off.
I love titties.
So I'm gonna be a misogynistic. I love titties and ass. Shout out to Tyler. Alright, so again we're gonna keep on Nike. Nike ACG is re-releasing some old pieces.
Because all the new shit's been misses.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of Nike ACG anyways.
When they were doing like the tech jackets in all black,
I like the ACG Nike boots.
Depends on the certain ones.
I like some of their Gore-Tex. I don't know if they did Gore-Tex, but the Gore-Tex style pants.
Yeah,
but what they're doing here is more of the wool things.
It's like embossed wool.
Yeah, so just wanted to.
Bro, they got a shirt that says "We out there." Yeah, I'm clicking X on this whole.
1,000%. Remember when niggas used to cop the sneakers and cop the Nike shirt that always goes to match with it?
Dog, this is hilarious. This is like top of the game, baller alert.
So fresh.
So fresh.
Or some shit like that. Like I'm so fresh or some shit.
Those Nike shirts were the bane of my high school existence.
Those shits were the fucking
worst.
horrible.
The worst part is when they'd get the one with like the highlighter color and they would wear the highlighter shoes. Literally the worst part. Highlighter colors is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, yeah, I do not like super bright colors. Speaking of that, Nike acronym collab just came out. I feel like people went super crazy for these niggas when they came out last time. Like these niggas are going for like $700, $900 depending on the color, whatever it was. I like this nigga. It's cool. Yeah, the shoe got really big because Jerry Lorenzo was wearing it at the time. Like there's a lot of shoes that Jerry Lorenzo had a lot of influence on. That and the Y3 Pure Boost sneakers that was coming out, the white, black, and gray ones. So I just think what they did here was a quick money grab where they just flipped the colors from last one.
Yeah,
they have a highlight shoe, a plain shoe, and then in between.
So I got distracted by Hypebeast comments.
Oh, is that? Go look at the comments on that one.
On the balaclava?
On the Nike acronym one. Because there was a hilarious comment section on, it's either that one or the one that we're going to talk about later about Elon Musk. And that shit was fucking jokes.
First of all,
I don't even read comments, but I just glanced at those really quick, and that shit had me fucking dying. That shit was hilarious.
You talking about the Air Prestos?
Yeah.
Let me read the top comment real quick. It's loading right now. But no, while it's loading, the top comment on the fucking balaclava one is like, yo, it's $100 mask. No one in a gang is gonna buy this. They're gonna get the $1 bandana and call it a day.
I don't know.
The top comment on the acronym says, I'm glad y'all think these suck. It will be easier cop for me. Thanks.
Why do people still comment on things? That's what I want to know. Like, why do you comment on this shit?
These shits are hilarious.
That shit is really
The next
funny.
comment is, doesn't fit with anything I own. I'll take 3.
It's definitely Elon Musk the one that out. So, alright, so, moving along, Balenciaga drops a new track capsule. I've always been a fan of wearing high-performance things and just being casual with them. Because I feel like it pisses people off.
The Balenciaga joint?
Yeah. So I like the sneaker, the track sneaker. I like that sneaker a lot. That shit looks to me like a ASIC, like shoe that you would use to run. That's like $200 or some shit like that. They're super comfortable, and I don't think it's gonna be comfortable. But the clothes was whatever. It just a shirt that says track. Like I didn't think it was anything special. But the sneakers I definitely like. I would definitely cop those sneakers. Are you looking at it, or are you just like zoning out, being high or something right now?
I was looking at it. Wait, the Balenciaga? No, I wasn't looking at it.
I know you weren't looking at it.
Alright, next topic.
You're not gonna look at it?
No, fuck Balenciaga.
Why fuck Balenciaga now? He says this now, then next week he's gonna be like, I love Balenciaga.
When have I ever hyped Balenciaga up?
I don't think Balenciaga has.
When have I ever bigged them up in this podcast?
You definitely have it here.
This is season 2. God's working on all of us.
All right. So, a Million Dior Fall Winter
I was looking at.
18 came out.
Alright, I want to say this. I had a photo shoot recently. Shout out to my folks, Hez and Daytona Shots. But the one thing that didn't happen is that I wanted a Doberman for the pictures. And I opened up this Million Dior photo shoot. And there's 2 Dobermans.
Yo, one thing I wanted to do is shout out that model, because they use him on 95%. Everybody who's seen the Million Dior stuff,
every campaign, he's there.
They always use him for like almost every picture
since like their conception. Like I've been seeing this dude since 2014.
Yeah, like
and
shout out to that.
It fucking worked because he looks good in the clothes. Like he looks mad natural. Plus, like their campaigns are always on point. The style.
1000%. Them and Noah. Like the way they shoot things are very particular. I like the way they shoot things.
Like if you've been seeing how Ronnie Fig has been styling his shit lately, he's copying Teddy.
Well, Teddy and him are friends.
Yeah, so he's getting a big influence off Teddy.
To me, they always do a great job with all the collabs they do. I mean, not collabs, but every season they do. Like right now, they're like one of my favorite brands. I went to their store. I was actually going to talk about it. I went to their store.
They're my top 3.
Their store is definitely. Like, it definitely gives me a porn video store from the 2000s vibe.
All, it's lit by candles.
Yeah.
And a chandelier.
It's shag carpeting.
It's in a brick building.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a porn video.
The picture frames are like the really elegant, like flowery vines.
For everybody here,
I think there's wallpaper too.
Yeah, there is. So for everybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about when I say like a porn video store, before the internet, you had to go to the store and rent videos and DVDs and shit. Yeah, so it looks like that in the best possible way, though.
Yeah, in the best possible way because it looks really cool.
And the people who worked there were pretty cool too. That was cool. They was cool dudes. Like they were very laid back. They were smoking outside before we came, and then they walked in with us and stuff like that. They were pretty cool. But as far as this fall winter, if you like Emilion Dior, you're gonna like this because it's very on brand.
If you've ever liked anything from them, you're gonna like this.
1000%. Quick run off right here. Pharrell has 3 BBC exclusive human races.
Also, Dobermans are fire.
Dobermans are fire. He has 3 BBC exclusive human races. Human races have just become like a normal shoe.
Wayno said he has 7. So
yeah, the shoe's a great shoe. I like the model of the shoe. It's dope.
There's a lot of fakes though.
Oh, 1000%. There's a lot of fakes. There's a lot of fakes to everything.
Yeah.
LV dropped a new sneaker. It's an odd sneaker, but I like it.
Hold on, I'm about to load this shit up.
Like the first color that pulls up is the color that I like as well.
Oh, the black with the highlighter heel?
Yeah, like it's a black. It's like a purple fading into a highlight yellow. The only thing that I don't like about the sneaker is how it's patent leather on the backs.
The heel?
Yeah, on the heel. I don't
like that.
I don't like patent leather sneakers. Only patent leather sneakers I like are Jordan 11s. That's it.
This shoe's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a dope shoe.
Wow, I was not expecting to like this.
I don't like that first color. I don't like the second color. I mean, the second color where it's a white fading into orange. Purple and the orange. I don't like that.
I don't like that one.
I like the first color.
I like the first one.
The first color definitely gives me. Oh, I didn't see that was the third color. The third color's alright.
Yeah, the first one's the best one.
The first one's definitely the best one, but that gives me very like a 90s Nerf vibe.
Nerf, that's a
that's exactly what it gives me. Alright, so speaking of you, we spoke about this, hinted at it like twice. So you said that there's a lot of fakes of the human races.
Yeah.
And earlier you said that you would buy fakes, which I don't promote at all. So
no, I say I wouldn't buy fakes, but I don't.
You don't oppose of people buying fakes.
I don't oppose it at all.
Alright, so $500 million worth of luxury goods were seized by the feds. It was Louis Vuitton shit, Louis Vuitton bags, Hermes belts, Chanel fragrances, which I didn't know they fake fragrances. I don't think that is actually a fake anyways because it's just a mix. Yeah, but
it's probably hard to do.
It is probably hard to do because there are one thing that I find about luxury brands is that there's a lot of
lots of fucking scientists.
There's a lot of exclusive things that the brand buys. Like Hermes orange is only Hermes. Only Hermes can use that color. Like they have their own color. So it got seized in New York as well. It got seized in 9 properties in Queens, Staten Island, and Brooklyn, which I find kind of weird because cops are always around Canal Street knowing that they sell fakes. Fake Rolexes, fake Louis Vuittons, like so.
I think they know they can't stop it, but if it's contained to one area, they can limit it. And control it.
My whole thing is $500 million worth of it.
Not like it's fake shit, so it's more than you think.
Yeah, $500 million.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of fucking money. So just on that little tidbit, just imagine how much is actually getting through
in circulation. That's fake.
There's a lot of people right now who are wearing something fake and they do not know. Some people wear it and knowingly they wear it. Like Chad Johnson always said that he wore fake Cubans and like fake Rolexes and shit like that.
Was that Ochocinco?
Yeah, Chad Ochocinco. Because you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the guy he was standing next to who had the real one and him who had the fake one.
Because that nigga's rich.
And then on Dope the movie, it tells you one scene in the movie is where he says that
which bag is fake.
Which bag is fake? It doesn't matter what bag is fake because if you're somebody from low income housings, they would think it's fake regardless. And if you're somebody who's rich, they're gonna think it's real. So it doesn't matter if it's fake or real. It just matters of like a state of mind, or like a state of status.
Atlanta did the same thing with the FUBU episode.
The FUBU episode, that's a classic episode.
No doubt. That kid didn't have to kill himself though. Spoilers.
My whole thing is like that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Think about it. Let's just say a Louis Vuitton bag from a counterfeit place is maybe like what $150, $200. Hermes belt is probably like $90, $150.
So
Dude,
it's a lot of
$500 million is like, that's a lot of fucking product.
That's a cargo ship. That's a cargo ship worth of shit.
Yo, who the fuck? Because how are you paying people? Like, are you wiring money to the Chinese people's banks, or how is this going down? If it's $500 million, like, I'm pretty sure this wasn't one person, but still, I'm pretty sure somebody ordered $1 million worth of things at least.
It must have been like a big like conglomerate type shit, like a big like kingpin that like distributes to New York and shit.
That's fucking crazy.
It's a lot. Also, we gotta keep in mind that the police don't know how to count shit, so it's probably a little.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. If
they don't know how to value anything, they probably valued it at full price.
If you ever pay attention to the police reports, you're an idiot, because police reports are always falsified.
Facts.
Or enhanced. There's always going to be a lot of things in there that did not happen.
And the amount is never correct, ever.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I've definitely seen people get locked up for shit, and they said that they had way more things that they had on them. So, alright, so, keeping up with Ronnie Fike. Ronnie Fike dropped the New Balance archive. I thought it was pretty dope.
That sounds like a reality show. Keeping up with Ronnie.
Oh, I thought it was pretty dope. I like the colors of the thing. It's that basic color of New Balance, the classic color. That's navy blue, light blue.
It's just regular shit.
Yeah, it's dope. The thing is that he does things like that where I would like, and then he does things that for other people. He knows what to get us with people who aren't
what?
Easily influenced by other people.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, this is hot right now, so let's go, let's get this.
But he also gets the people that just don't know and just think, oh, this looks cool.
Yeah. Like, if you go into the store, it's a great, like, layout of things.
Yeah. Like, if you're a dad, you can find something for you and your son there.
Yeah, 1,000%. I always walk in there and be like, oh, I've never seen these Air Max 1s, and I'm going to cop these Air Max 1s. Like, it's mostly almost Air Max 1s that I go in there and cop. Always. Alright, so... Oh, Chanel has made men makeup now. What do you think about that? The punk rock niggas are going to be so happy about that.
Punk rock niggas are going to be super happy. They get stuff that's tailored to their skin. I remember back in middle school and high school, there was dudes that was wearing like eyeliner and shit like that.
I've always seen kids that wear eyeliner or kids that wear nail polish and shit like that.
So,
I mean, to each his own. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I just found this to be like... That's pretty... Like, cool. Like,
pretty cool. Because there's already, like, male makeup artists on YouTube.
Yeah,
like,
there's
really
plenty
popular.
of them for 1,000%.
So, like, I think this is due.
Yeah, whatever.
Am I gonna wear it? No, I don't wear makeup.
I'm not. I don't wear makeup.
Skin.
I don't...
Yeah.
That's not my vibe, but to each his own. Go do your thing.
You know, maybe a little foundation, but, you know, fuck out of here.
All right. Well, one thing that I definitely noticed while I was in New York is Off-White Nike is, like, running shit right now in this league game.
There's a lot of them?
Not is there's a lot of them, is that they're very sought after. Like, a lot of people are like, oh shit, you got the Off-White joints on. Like, I'm pretty sure if you wear a couple Off-White things in the wrong neighborhood, you definitely get robbed in New York.
No doubt. Nigga,
like, Nike shit, you definitely...
You
like,
could be wearing black Timbs in the wrong neighborhood and get your shit right.
No, I don't think so. New York is not that type of vibe anymore. Like, there's definitely people who, like, stand outside of round two with a lot of expensive shit. And, like, the early 2000s, 90s... Maybe even like 2010, 2009, you definitely would have got robbed in the city for that in broad daylight. But now it's totally different.
Especially when like Low Life was like out here just duffing niggas.
Oh no, Low Life is a wholly different thing. No, those who don't know what Low Life is, Low Life are people who collect polo.
Polo. So it's Polo Life.
So they used to call the Snow Beach piece that is famous from Raekwon on the Cream album. I mean, not Cream album, the Cream song.
Yeah.
Cash Was Everything Around Me, Cream. They used to call that the suicide jacket.
Because if you wore it.
Because if you wore it, it was basically suicide. Either somebody was going to kill you for it or something was going to happen to you.
These are dudes that will walk up into security guarded stores and just run out with shit.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
Garbage
bags full of polo. Garbage bags full of polo.
They crashed the market for polo. Low Life is what made polo cater to the black community.
1,000%. There's other features that happen with that, but definitely.
I think there's a documentary you can watch.
I think it's on Compass. I think they have a Compass documentary. Alright, so, yeah. That's one thing I got from New York. Off-White is running shit in New York. Virgil's definitely running shit as far as Louis Vuitton and in the street culture as well. Like, Off-White, the brand isn't like, it's whatever.
Virgil is.
And his collabs are very well. So, one thing that we're going to talk about that I was very confused with is, in what realms of life does Azalea Banks operate in where she has
in close quarters with Elon Musk
and has access to Elon Musk's phone? Because in this article that I read was that she had his phone and his lawyer hit her up to erase all the information that she had on her phone. Because apparently, after the Times interview, after Elon Musk's Times interview, so Tesla lost, I want to say it was 10%. The stock dropped 10%, which is a lot.
It's a lot. After he tried to buy it all.
Yeah. We've talked about this on the podcast a lot. Elon Musk is a person who I do not believe in. Like, a lot of people think that this is like he's a weird dude. Like, he operates in, like, I'm a person who could read your energy and read your body language, and he's not.
I'd rather vibe with the Virgin Mobile guy, Richard Branson.
1,000%.
Yeah.
But the thing that I get from him is, if you say you're going to deliver on something and you never deliver,
and then you make flamethrowers,
how do people blindly follow that?
I think people just see, oh, he made an electric car. Oh, he's doing cool shit with space.
Everybody who initially has the idea to do something is never the person who gets rich off of it.
All I want to say is, like, there's no support stronger than nerd support.
You think so?
Because nerds have, like, a weaponized, like, mental thing where, like, I'm going to say it like this. Trump supporters are fucking nerds. And they're powerful because they'll troll the fuck out of you. They'll, like, dox you. They'll do all that crazy shit.
Well, you know when
Elon Musk supporters are nerds.
Nerds run the world.
Nerds run the world. Because they know how to do shit. Elon Musk is a nerd. His supporters are nerds. They need wedgies. That's all.
So the thing
also, the shit was like apparently he wanted a threesome with Azalea Banks and Grimes. I'm like, nigga, you're a billionaire, aren't you?
You can pay for that.
You can pay for that.
But
you can go to some remote island.
I respect him for that he didn't want to pay for that. Because that's definitely the nigga I would type to be. I'm not paying for a Trizzy. I'm gonna run the Trizzy.
Bro,
I'm not.
He's gonna run the Trizzy. He could buy an island. He can buy the people on the island.
1,000%.
And start his own cult.
You can be on some Marlon Brando shit for sure. No, those who don't know who Marlon Brando is.
Isn't that when he went to shoot the video?
Yeah, he went to go shoot a movie over there, and he was charging movie companies like $400,000 to read scripts. Because he was like taking drugs and fell in love with the women on the island. I think it might have been like one of the Caribbean islands or something like that. So he was just literally just having sex and
reading scripts and then
it was like 5 years in, and the movie executives came and watched the movie he had, and he was like paying people from the tribe to do shit, not the tribe but the people from around the town and shit to do it. People. And they said that like the movie was horrible. But the thing that was telling about this is that I guess Azalea Banks was invited by his girlfriend Grimes, and she heard him scoundering for investors despite claiming that Tesla had funding secured to go private. After the story died down, Banks tagged Elon Musk, writing, "You need to contact me now ASAP," followed by, "I need my phone back." Banks now claims that Elon Musk's attorney paid her attorney to delete the evidence or whatever. Although nothing has been proven, Musk and Grimes recently unfollowed each other on social media, prompting rumors that the situation has led them to break up. All that shit I don't give a fuck. But I just want to know, how the fuck did Azalea Banks, like, did she spit in Russell Crowe's face or some shit like that? What was the guy's name?
She got spit on and thrown out by Russell Crowe and the RZA.
I never like to talk about like shit like this, but this one was like, how did you even do that?
Yeah, like, besides, like, Elon Musk, like, there's no reason for us to get into his, like, private life or, like, wanting it to.
Yeah, I don't care about people's private life.
That stuff doesn't really matter. It's fucking hilarious.
It's funny that Azalea Banks is the person who has your fucking phone.
Yeah. Like, how do you have, like, someone who recorded herself sacrificing a chicken on some satanic shit into your house?
I didn't see that, but alright. And that's a weird triz, man. That's a weird trizzy that you're trying to run right there.
He's a weird dude.
You have a very distinct taste of women, because that's...
Because...
to each his own, man. I'm not going to judge nobody, but...
Grimes isn't the most conventionally attractive woman. Azalea Banks is, for all sakes and purposes, mentally ill. So
1,000%, to say the least.
It should be a crime to have sex with her because she can't consent. She's not smart enough to consent.
Dude, I don't know. Alright, so moving along from that, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite. What would it be? DJs, artists.
Kitchenada.
Yeah, Kitchenada dropped 4 new mixes. So it was a Sade record. I think it might have been 2 Sade records and 2 Tribe records, or it might have been 1 Sade record and 1 Tribe record. The song that was playing in the beginning was a Sade mix that he did with "Kiss of Love," which was already a great song. Kitchenada does it for me every time.
Oh, also we opened.
Pause. Yeah, that's what it was. Like that Sade song is soulful while it's being upbeat, and it uses a lot of bass line, and it's sped up a little bit. That's exactly what that. If anybody wants to know like what my music taste is, majority of the time that I listen to that Sade record on the way back from New York on the flight because. Yeah. Shout out to JetBlue, but this time JetBlue was not the way to come back because I think their Wi-Fi was down and their TVs were down, so you had to have some shit to do on your phone.
You might as well just jerk off in the seat.
So I had barely any service. I had no service. So basically, the songs that were preloaded before I took off were the only songs I could play. So this was my playlist for the trip. Flashing Lights was playing.
Flashing.
We Major.
Lights.
Last Call. The Sade records and the Sade and Tribe records. So I basically listened to Flashing Lights
like 18 times.
Way more than 18 times.
Nigga. You're probably sick of that song.
I listened to Last Call, which is a 14-minute record.
That's the best song to listen to.
Maybe like 30 times.
Jesus, nigga. We
Major, I listened to like 20 times. And the Sade record, I got it to finally load like 30 minutes before my plane was about to land. Yeah. I listened to that Sade record a lot. I listened to that Sade record at least like 30 times. That record's 3 minutes.
I think Sade has that amazing pocket of being soulful and upbeat that like
it's so soothing.
Erykah Badu can do it.
Like yeah. It's very
so
few
rare.
who could do that. But I feel like what Kitchenada did is made the song upbeat because the song essentially is not upbeat. Yeah. It's a very somber, slow song. It's a normal Sade record. I like that. That record's still like one of my favorite records of hers. But I like what he does with his music pick. Like it's shit that you can tell that he actually listens to and he mixes. Like he mixed the Janet Jackson. He mixed a lot of Janet Jackson. He mixed I have it saved. So he mixed some of my favorite mixes. Is he did a TLC record.
Yeah.
He did a Kiss of Life record. He did a Janet Jackson If. He mixed it. He did. What else? Where's the TLC record? Oh, he did Flipping on You was a TLC record. I like that record a lot. To me, Kitchenada is like one of those unknown sung heroes. Like
unsung heroes, like Thundercat type shit.
Yeah, like Thundercat. Like a lot of people know who Kitchenada is. Like sort of, he's like Doom to me.
They know him without knowing him because they'll probably know a song and they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know he."
Or they know somebody who tries to do the things that he does.
Or they'll like his song and not know that Kitchenada
did the mix,
yeah,
or made the beat. Yeah. Like if you listen to Gold Link, you've definitely listened to Kitchenada beats before. It's like Doom. I like people like that who are always like hidden behind the camera who are very essential. Like you don't really see Kitchenada a lot. But he always puts out, anytime you see him, he puts out dope shit. Yeah. Like 1,000%. Kitchenada is like probably one of my favorite DJs right now. 1,000%. His mixes are crazy.
I don't really like Kitchenada like that, but I respect the man.
One Punch Man trailer.
Yo,
That's all you. Man. It's coming back for season 2. I've never watched it.
So the trailer came out August 12th. It's coming back early 2019. One Punch Man is amazing. It's an anime that makes fun of other animes. So
that's pretty hilarious.
Yeah. Basically, do you know the premise of the show?
No, I don't know the plot or anything about the show.
Alright, so it's basically this guy. He wanted to be a hero.
Yeah.
Suddenly he becomes a hero.
Yeah.
And he beats every enemy with one punch.
What the fuck?
So everything.
Is it like a super serious anime where it's like
everyone else in the universe,
stuff like that, yeah.
Everyone else in the universe is serious except him.
Oh, so he's like Dan. Like remember when we told you the story about Dan in Street Fighter, right?
Yes.
Where it's like so.
But the thing, he wants to be a superhero.
So did Dan.
But he just keeps beating everyone.
All right, so just give the background. We were at a barcade.
Yeah.
And
it was my first time playing this.
So we're playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and you picked Dan, and my cousin told him that like, yo, do you know who Dan actually is? And he was like, no. And I've heard this story because my cousins are very into games and shit like that early on. So DC made a character copying one of Street Fighter's characters, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So they made a
purposely horrible,
purposely bad character who's like a mock of one of their characters to put into the Street Fighter thing. Like, if you ever get beat by Dan, you're a complete loser because Dan is horrible.
I didn't know this. I picked Dan, and I lost horribly.
Well, 1000%. Dan is completely trash.
But the thing is, like, One Punch Man, his name is Saitama. He just wants an enemy that's worthy because he just kills everything in one punch. It's super unsatisfying. So everyone else is getting their ass whooped, and like there's like drama, and then he just comes in. He's like,
"How long has it been since that thing came out?" It's One Punch Man.
So,
honestly, the first season's what year?
I think it came in 2016.
Oh, I thought this was a lot older than what it is.
No.
I thought One Punch Man was like 2009 or something. Then just coming out with season 2.
New.
Yeah, so 2 years to make it. It was coming out 2019, so 3 years to make it. It's not bad. It's like the Atlanta turnover time.
When did One Punch Man come out? It came out in 2015.
All right, so 4 years to make the new. Which is because anime. If you guys like, I watched it on Tyler's show that he had on Viceland. The Nuts and Bolts.
Nuts and Bolts.
So he was showing that takes like a lot of skill that I didn't know was the claymation acting thing.
Yeah.
So claymation is shot frame by frame. I did not know that.
And you got to make all the characters.
Yeah, you got to make all the characters. You got to make all the characters do everything. Like that can be a very tedious job.
Puts,
so
like Robot Chicken into perspective.
Yeah. So anime, I'm pretty sure it takes a long time to make as well. So
also a lot of animes don't get more than one season. Like a lot of them just,
are a lot of animes one-offs?
They just don't get renewed.
Huh. Maybe that's why there's so much fucking animes, because they just make another anime.
Yeah, there's a lot of very similar.
Because all the animes that I've seen are like, if you want to go down the rabbit hole, you can get some weird anime.
Yeah, there's lots of weird animes.
There's a lot of weird anime. A lot of devil enemies.
There's a lot of hentai anime, but this is not one of those podcasts. We're not here to talk about that. But One Punch Man is like a cult classic now.
Yeah.
Everyone likes it. And it's coming back, so
shout out One Punch Man. Anime for the anime nerds out here.
My favorite anime?
Full Metal Alchemist?
Either Full Metal
or Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop is good. I like Yu Yu Hakusho.
You ever watch Slam?
Yeah.
This is, by the way, I'm a complete poser right now because I just know people who watch anime. I've never watched any of these animes before. Like I've never seen the Akira movie.
That was good.
The only anime that I watched once was it was like an anime where it was a movie and it was like essentially it was like a girl going through a ghost town and shit like that. You've definitely seen it because we've spoke about this before.
I just probably don't know the name.
Yeah,
ghost town.
Yeah, it was like basically like her going through a ghost town looking for like some demon or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know, but I watched like the very basic animes, like the one you watched growing up, like Yu Yu, and you watched.
Well, yeah, if
DBZ.
DBZ. If you want Dragon Ball Z was definitely anime that I watched.
Ryu, Kenshin.
Pokemon.
And then like I watched kind of like the remastered ones like Hunter x Hunter, Berserk, Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, this is for all you anime nerds out here. I just rock anime.
I'm not heavy
shirts.
into anime. I'm not watching fucking like
hentai anime.
Yeah, I mean I'm watching My Hero Academia, and there's basically shout out Momo. That's all I'm gonna say.
What was that? What's the anime that I have that is the shirt? The shirt.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, I heard that anime was really good.
That's one of my favorite.
I wore that shirt in New York and mad people like, yo, nice shirt. That's the only time where everybody, because I feel like it's just nerd niggas that they don't get. They're like, yo, nice shirt, bro. That's a dope shirt.
Don't care. They'll compliment anything.
And I'm like, I had to look down at my shirt. Like, what the fuck should I have on it then? Like, I was like, oh, it makes sense. So people actually thought that I was like, dope. Yo, you watch that? And I'm like, yo, that's dope. And I'm like,
you might as well try it, bro.
I mean, I might as well. The amount of compliments I got on that shirt, which is a Uniqlo fucking collab shirt that was like $14, but that shirt's super dope.
Shirt.
That fit that I have on that shirt was hard.
I wanted it.
That's on Destock the Sean Witherspoon with that shirt.
That one with the olive joint pants.
Yeah, that was a vibe. That's a little light date vibe. That was a vibe. That was a vibe right there.
Shout out Yu Yu Hakusho. Shout out Botan.
All right, so we're gonna end this with one of the brands that we like a lot. That's kind of like Milan Dior. I think it's in like the same realm. Noah has
my top 3 as well.
A new fall winter collab. I'm not collab. Why do I keep saying fucking collab? There's so much fucking collabs nowadays. So it's like a human rights rebel like rugby vibe. It's very tailored. It's
like all right. The perfect way to describe it is imagine like a college in 1990 and they were protesting something and this is how they all dressed.
I have something to say about the way it's shot, but I'm going to keep this to after because I have like some shit up my sleeve for this.
Yeah.
But I love the way this is shot.
It's very cool.
I like the coloring in this and how people are come across in this. It's very
The
very
piece is
dope.
very cool. They got some straight edge stuff, which I think like it's kind of corny, but I understand what it's for.
I like it. I'm into the prep swag. I've always been into
it
prep
too.
swag.
Like I guess
The double-breasted coat. I love that.
Yeah, like I guess you could call me straight edge because I don't do that shit. But
Look at picture number. What is it at? Number 19. That one's hilarious. It's a double-breasted green coat. He has
the guy with the yellow gloves.
Yeah, he has the penny loafers, but the thing is, funny, he has knitted yellow gloves.
Yeah.
And a knitted blue hat like that. Like
it's funny.
How they set things up is a lot. It's different from other brands. Like, and the way the people who they get it's very youthful in the sense of like.
Which is necessary because Brandon's like fucking 40 something.
It's very culture is what I'm saying. That's the difference between New York brands and other brands. It's like the people who they have in here. They have a black guy. They have a white chick. But it looks like they all come from different walks of life as well. Like, oof, that number 30. That coat is hard.
Number 30?
Yeah, look at that coat that kid has on. It's a white and blue, like
the yellow and blue.
Yeah, the yellow and blue one.
Hard.
That's a hard
I like
jacket. It looks like a Canadian Goose mixed with a Gore-Tex type vibe. It's hard.
I honestly like slide 2 a lot.
Alright, I passed that one already. This nigga goes from 30 to 2 right away.
And slide 5.
2, yeah, that definitely is your vibe. 5 is that is your vibe as well.
And 9.
So just to give you guys a backstory, what Andrew's vibe is. If you guys want to go see this, or you can go on No and look at it. It's slide 5 is a rugby, well, yellow and white, white and blue rugby with red writing on it, and looks like to me khaki shorts, and then it has like I think they did on collab with Vans because that looks like Vans to me. Number 2 is a kid sitting on a piano with penny loafers, cream socks, like a gray creamish checkered pants, and the blazers and the rugby under it. This is definitely AB Dash's vibe.
Let it be known I'll never wear penny loafers.
Why not? I kind of like penny loafers, to be honest.
It's not my thing.
I like penny loafers. I like the little vibe that the penny loafer brings. Like it brings a very luxe. I'm a doctor vibe.
If I just finish box beating and I have to go out, like
and throw on some penny loaves.
Throw on the penny loaves. Go to CVS, pick up that Plan B. That's probably the only time I wear penny loafers.
That's a weird time to wear penny loafers.
Is it though?
Yes, it's a very weird time to wear penny loafers.
I'll come out there with pajama shorts and the blazer top.
Oh, I didn't have this written down. But what music have you been listening to recently?
Shit.
Anything comes off the top of the head?
The new, just today, Knowledge dropped a beat tape.
Oh,
not a beat tape.
What's in the Knowledge? Can you talk about the Knowledge thing?
So Knowledge, he did the B side for his Tupac tape. So there's 4 new songs. Just reworked Tupac songs with his own style on it. That came out today.
So he does do like a mix like K-Tron on that, or what does he do?
He basically like reworked Tupac songs.
So he mixes
entirely.
it.
Yeah,
he remixes it.
Then.
So I always find it weird. Okay, what you saying?
No, and then just want to give a shout out to Mitski. She dropped a project called "Be the Cowboy," and that's like really good. Mitski, she was on Hannibal Buress' podcast.
Is it the Asian chick?
Yeah, she's insane.
What music does she make? Because I watched the Hannibal Buress podcast. Cause I just watched it randomly all the time.
She's super dope. You're talking about the girl who like grew up in Korea.
Yeah, the girl who was sitting on the floor and she was talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Her name is Mitski. Mitski.
Mitski. Okay. So Mitski. She dropped a project. She makes like really cool lo-fi indie out rock.
So she makes like kind of punk rock music.
I'm gonna say the music sounds like that, but she also incorporates a lot of strings and pianos, and her voice is like really luscious. Cause
her vibe was dope. Like I liked her vibe when we were talking. Like her life was very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Cause I just randomly clicked on it because I like the Hannibal podcast. Like that, I definitely think we should get a
little beat thing.
What's the little shit that you move around and it makes the noise? It's a theremin. That's what it's called. The shit that Hannibal Buress always like wiggles his feet, like all the. Guests do it, and he's just doing it. When we get off, I'll show you. Cause is that your first Hannibal Buress?
That's the first
podcast?
one I remember listening to.
That's why, cause she didn't do it. They didn't have it. They just had the beat making shit, like
which is fire.
People go check out the Hannibal Buress podcast because that shit's super dope. Like what they do is like very like in pocket and interactive. It's really dope.
It's cool. But yeah, big shout out to her.
Yeah, her story was pretty dope. So I wanted to know what kind of music she made. I just didn't get around to listening to any of the music because like. After that, I watched another Hannibal podcast.
She's most well noted for her lyrics and her songwriting.
Does she have like any like huge records?
Not huge records because her scene isn't like. Really
Yeah, that's dope.
But like she's very like her newest album that came out last week got like a 9 on Pitchfork.
Her shit was pretty. Her story was pretty good because what was very interesting to me that I caught from her was that she said that every time she moved, because her father was in the military, so every time she moved, she would be a different person, like on purpose.
Yeah,
like one time
just to see what she could be.
Yeah, one time she'd be a popular girl, the next time she'd be a girl that never talked, and the next time she'll be like a quiet girl who like around the guys and stuff like that. What I found funny about her life is like she moved to Alabama by herself.
Yeah. Who the fuck moves to Alabama? Oh, she went to an art school.
Who wants to move to Alabama? Well, yeah, she did go to art school, but I was like, who wants to... She lives in Japan, and she said she didn't like Japan, so she moved out of Japan. I think they went to Germany, and then they went to Alabama. She lived in Brooklyn, and stuff like that. Like, her life is very well versed. Like, I don't know how old she is, but her life was... The thing that I liked about it is that
She's 27.
She's 27, so... Her life, she's done a lot in her life by the time she was turning 18 already. She was like already experimenting heavy, so you can already tell that she was a very artistic person in general. So I wanted to figure out what kind of music she's like. She
didn't start making music until she went to the art school.
See, that's dope. Like,
yeah,
that's like the same thing with me. Like when Amari Stoudemire said that he didn't start playing basketball till junior year. Like, you know how fucking talented you have to be to start playing basketball till your junior year. Go to college for a year and go to the NBA and be like one of the best players.
It's insane. Like
that's an insane amount of talent that you have.
Yes, I think she's really talented.
So what's her new album called?
It's called Be the Cowboy.
Be the Cowboy. That sounds like something she would name.
If that's your intro to her, I wouldn't start with that. I would start with the one that came out before this, which is called Puberty 2. Yeah. It has some of her more well-known.
By the way, by her titles of the albums is like exactly the vibe that I got from her.
Yes, she has another project called Bury Me at Makeout Creek. So, she's pretty angsty. And
her vibe, I just like her vibe. Like her vibe, like I don't think she's attractive or anything, but I like her vibe.
I think she's bad.
You think she's bad?
Yeah.
That's definitely a girl. I think you would think that she's bad.
Like, watch her tiny desk. She has like.
Oh, she got a tiny desk too?
She got a tiny desk. She got like no makeup on. She got like mad acne. But like, yo, I would slap.
You just like the creativity of her. That's what.
Yeah, I think she's really cool.
All right, so you listen to anything else? The Knowledge, the Mitski.
Knowledge, Mitski.
You actually listen to the album?
What, Mitski album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you think about the album?
All right. So I feel I like all her albums. Let's say that. But out of all the ones I like, it's not in the top ones.
How much albums does she got out right now?
4.
All right. So it's not in the top 4 for you. Well, it's number 4 for you.
It's 4 or 3. It's 4 or 3.
All right.
But it's still really good. It dwells too much into other genres, and the songs are really short, and they're never like really conceptualized.
Yeah.
So they're still enjoyable.
The vibe that I got that she was gonna be like, it's like Little Dragons.
No.
That's the vibe that I was getting. I was like, oh, maybe she's gonna be like that festival rocket chick.
Nah, this chick is like
she's like grunge. Like
sometimes she's whispering, sometimes she's screaming, but it's all really emotional. And I'm not like screaming like metal band scream, but like she's like.
It's pretty fucking interesting. I think I might check out her shit. So I always find it weird that in New York, my music taste is like all over the fucking place.
What were you listening to in New York?
So in New York, I was listening to a lot of Dave East, a lot of Vado, which if you don't know who Vado is a Harlem rapper. He used to rap with Dipset and shit like that, but like late in the Dipset thing. I love Vado shit, Stomp Flu 2, Bank Sinatra, like Vado's shit. But then I would like get out of that realm of like New York hip hop.
Yeah.
And then listen to shit like Doom. I was dealing with Doom is like a New York hip hop shit, but then I would switch and deal with like I'm a very like soulful, like that Sade shit that I played in the beginning is definitely like my type of vibe. So I was in like a Sade vibe. I have a lot of R&B playlists, so I was listening to Alicia Keys, early John Legend shit. But then I was listening to Childish Gambino's The Camp.
Yeah.
And also Common.
I'm gonna put on Common after Childish.
Common is definitely. I wouldn't say it was after, but Common is definitely one of my favorite rappers. I listened to a lot of Drake on this trip.
What Drake did you listen to? You listen to Scorpion?
No. I listened to Nothing Was the Same, and I listened to a little bit of I listened to Wednesday from If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
Yeah.
And then I listened to a lot of the early shit, the So Far Gone and stuff like that. What else did I listen to? I was listening to Fab, of course. I listened to a lot of the internet. Like, my music taste was all over. I listened to Jada. I was listening to Hove, of course. Hove is always in my playlist. Kanye, I listen to a lot, too.
Right. I think while the hiatus happened, I listened to a lot of music that dropped in the summer that kind of like.
See, yeah, you did the opposite of what I did. I went back into the bag of like old shit, and you went into the shit that because I didn't listen to Travis album as well. Like when I was in New York, I feel like I was super disconnected. Like like if I hit you up, I was hitting you up 3 hours after. Like I was being like that girl who you like and she doesn't respond on purpose.
Yeah.
Except I was never checking my phone.
She's the type that like brings down the notification bar to read what you said and then swipe it away.
That's some dick shit.
That's some dick shit.
If you're a girl who does that, you're a scumbag, my nigga. Just either block his number or tell that nigga you're not interested. But 9 times out of 10, if a girl does that, she's interested in you.
Yeah, she just
that's
doesn't want to seem
fucking
thirsty.
weird, my nigga. Like, just hit me up and we can
if
go
you're
out,
available
bro.
to message me, and you want to message me, then how about you message me?
Biggest thing I'm gonna tell niggas is don't make yourself so available. If you're making plans with a girl and she's like, I can't do this date, can you do this date, can you do that date? Because it's a fucking mind game. Alright, so if I tell you, can you go out this weekend, you say no, and then you hit me up in the weekend like, yo, you still want to go out? Say no.
Facts.
Don't make yourself so available. Like
yo, you missed your chance, I got other shit going on.
Yeah, I'm not a mind game type person, but if you're definitely dealing with that, like...
And it's easy to spot, but at the same time, my nigga, if you really like her... You know, just go out.
That's the thing.
If you really like
Shorty's gonna be a different bag. Like, ladies, if a guy really likes you, he's gonna make it known that he likes you. 1000%. Don't fall into the same things with guys too. A girl's gonna let you know.
But it's not always positive.
Yeah.
Sometimes like he'll like do all the crazy like cool Twitter affectionate shit, or he could blow your spot up. Shoot your crib up.
I'm definitely not a social media guy. I'll hit you up by yourself. Oh, this is what I was getting at too. I listened to a lot of Ross this time.
Why? They just did a Port of Miami.
I listened to Port of Miami. I listened to
what's that album he dropped like 2 years ago?
What was the album he dropped 2 years ago?
Like the Jay-Z track.
He has a Jay-Z track on almost every album.
Oh.
So alright, let me go down Ross's discography right now because I have it in here, but it's not showing me the albums.
While you're looking through that, I want to give a big shout out to a band called Heinz. They're an all-girl band from Madrid, and they're making big moves out here in the States. So shout out Heinz.
Got anything else? Like what type of music they make?
They make like garage rock, lo-fi, like
you like lo-fi music?
Yeah, a lot of like vocal layering style stuff. Yeah. Plus, I have a crush on Anna Parodi. So
there we go. We're getting to the nitty gritty right now. You know, I find it like I was looking on Spotify, like one of the places that popped up for me is like lo-fi music, and I'm like, who the fuck listens to lo-fi? I don't, because the way that they describe things like that is always weird.
Lo-fi is really broad category.
Yeah, like every music genre is pretty broad, but the thing that like I noticed is that who the fuck is Spotify and all these companies paying like to do ads and shit for them, or not even ads, like do like these playlists for, because it's always like, hey, you want to check out this new Supreme band or some shit like that, like using like no, I heard that yeah, like it's like using little hint words. And Supreme is a huge thing. It's using a little hint. Like I noticed that I was gonna say about the J. Cole freestyle where he says that it's the album of the year freestyle. Like, that's good wordplay because it's like, yo, you heard of the J. Cole album of the year.
Freestyle.
Yeah. It's just like what Khaled does with his records as well, where every record is like one word off of his previous record. So when you search one record, you're gonna search the other record's gonna pop up as well.
And you're gonna look for them.
Alright, so the last album that dropped was Rather You Than Me.
Rather You Than Me.
That was a Rick Ross album that dropped. That album was hard. Teflon Don album is hard. Mastermind is hard. Port of Miami is hard. God Forgives I Don't is hard. Deeper Than Rap is hard.
God Forgives I Don't is super hard.
Triller is hard. One thing that I'm getting with this is Ross is super underrated. Super underrated. If you listen to the bars that Ross has on some of these songs, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. Ross does his fucking thing.
What label is he signed to?
I want to say Def Jam. Let me see.
I don't think they promote him enough.
Definitely not. But Ross always has. Ross has his. He's signed to Epic Records.
Epic.
Yeah. So
does Ross have a fan base?
1000% Ross has a fan base.
I feel like he has people that like him. I don't think he has a fan base.
He has a fan base. Ross does like $80,000 every time he puts out an album.
Yeah, and
that you have a fan base. Like,
Bro,
the one thing.
A$AP Rocky's probably got 76.
Okay, he has a fan base. All these people have fan bases.
Damn, I didn't know where I was going.
So exactly.
I actually
but
like
one
that
thing I was
album.
going by with the Rick Ross album, because my debate used to be in 2009, 2010, who was the better Southern rapper? It was always T.I., Jeezy, Ross. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. Face is like my favorite Southern rapper. So it's like Outkast and stuff like that. So I'm saying like people of like the 2003, 2005. Like T.I.'s King album is nigga. That album ranks very high with me.
He's an actor now.
Jeezy always was like one of the best rappers to me out of the people from the South. My argument always used to be Jeezy and Ross. But Ross got some discography. For people who don't know, Ross got a real good discography of music that he makes a lot. One thing I would say, Ross has one of the best beat selections of all time. I think a lot of people should let Ross executive produce their albums.
I think that's because his voice is like tailored to like really like glamorous luxury type shit.
He picks a lot of good beats. So does Pusha.
Yeah,
they pick a lot of good beats.
They pick beats that work for them.
No, I think Ross has an ear where he can pick beats that works for people. I'm saying like in general. I think Ross can executive produce a lot of albums. So leaving that on that was all the music that we listened to this week. Anything else you wanted to say?
Fuck. Let's shut the fuck out of here, bro.
Let's shut the fuck out of here. Telatalk episode 1, season 2.
We're syndicated on Fox now.
We will be back every Thursday. We're not syndicated on Fox, Apple Music, Spotify. Holla at me. Spotify, see you picking up brands and shit. Holla at me.
Yo, if Joe Budden gets a billboard, how come we can't get like a little, a little bus stop sign?
I wanted to do something like that, but we're gonna keep that on the low. So Telatalk episode 1, season 2.
Thank you.
Out in this bitch.
Thanks for having me. Hope your mom's not mad at me.